I mean, that's a. I mean, it's a
I
made
think
up
this was a
word.
chance to reason. I sent the chat invite, by the way.
Oh, excellent. As for me, yeah,
There we
work has been slightly more bearable. They brought a couple more people in to help with that. Oh, I think did I screw that up? Are we?
Yeah, it looks shared on my end.
Share chat started.
go.
Okay. I will leave and then come back. If you just send me the invite again.
Does this work, honestly?
Okay, I'm invited to join Forneia on stream. Okay. Cool. Turn mic off.
I think
Okay.
it's working now.
Yep, looks like it's working on my end too.
Interestingly, it does not actually say that I'm broadcasting on mine, so I can't actually test it myself.
Huh.
Very curious. But yeah, now that all of that is taken care of, thank you for the sub, Lola. Thank you for the sub, Life Forcer. And hello, everyone else.
You're very welcome. And we are gonna.
You can't hear me. What the hell do you mean you can't hear me? Oh, I see what's going on.
I'm just gonna turn
All right.
Forneia up a little here.
No, no, no. It's not a matter of that. Evidently, when I clicked the microphone auxiliary to mute the output of that, it didn't unmute when I clicked it again, so I had to do it again.
Here you go, Zelda.
My volume is low on Lola's side. Well, that's not my problem then.
Indeed.
I've not
That's
changed anything.
that is why I'm turning you up here on my side.
Yeah, fair enough.
Why do I feel like we haven't improved since the days of the ad lib and the sound blaster in terms of easy audio?
We haven't.
We haven't, no, because it's because what you all you have to do is keep charging more money for things. You don't have to necessarily make them better or simpler.
I mean, like, we're not messing with the IRQ and DMA and our autoexec.bat file anymore, but we're still basically juggling 15,000 things to get any audio out.
Okay, here we go. How's this? Just fiddling with some things on my end.
Well, here's a sample line. I enjoy carnage.
I too enjoy the carnage.
Venom is pretty good too.
That is not what I mean, and you know it.
I know. And yet here I am.
Who the hell is Rob Lowe?
Actor
some
from the 80s.
Yeah, some actor in a show that Ash cares about. But yeah, how yeah, everyone, yep, sound check over here. I think I know what the issue was. The issue was that I had to put down the volume real low on Sunday because Lisa the Joyful does not know how to audio balance.
Oh yeah, I was there for that. You were talking about that.
Yeah, what the game considers 50% volume for background music apparently means attempting to destroy your eardrums. Also, were you there for like the best bit of peak comedy that I've experienced on a stream for a while now?
Possibly, I honestly had you in the background because I was distracted by doom scrolling.
Entirely fair.
I had other things going on. I had tabletop.
I apparently got 6 followers out of it after talking about it on Blue Sky. But
oh wow.
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay, so a random person using the name of a professional footballer came in and asked me if I would be willing in about half an hour at the time of the stream to take part in an 8 to 10 hour debate on communism.
Wow.
Yeah, to which my answer was, no, I don't know you. And they were like, well, wow, rude. If you're gonna talk to me like that, I'm gonna leave. I'm like, okay, good. Cough then.
Yeah, pretty much.
I am always getting people showing up in my Discord, immediately sending me a friend request, and then offering me game marketing. This has happened at least twice a week for the last 5 weeks.
Sounds about right. I mean,
Yes.
they couldn't offer you any worse game marketing than the previous marketing company.
This is true.
I mean, I would jokingly offer them keys for the Shadow over Cyberspace, but then you know that they would attempt to like use them to swindle somebody.
Yeah, I'm most likely trying to flip it on G2A for like $15.
Yeah, not even knowing that it's a free key. Remember, everybody, G2A sells stolen keys. Most game devs would rather you pirate their games than buy them off of G2A.
There's a reason I use the G2A font for Team P2W and Arcade Spirits.
I remember. Debate me. Yeah, it was literally that.
Oh, that is.
And Tommy, thank you
so
for redeeming in.
pathetic.
What are you scared of the marketplace of
Da-da-da.
ideas?
Da-da-da.
If you represent the marketplace of ideas, then, my boy, you are bankrupt.
Nice.
Yeah, like I don't know. It was just the wildest part of it though was that he just like came in half an hour. Would you like to spend 8 to 10 hours debating about it? Like, who has that amount of free time on a Sunday? Just to debate communism. Like, I'm not as terminally online enough to do that, and like, I'm pretty online, but I'm not that online. Especially with somebody that I don't even know. But yeah, so yeah, that got a few good laughs, and I got tagged in like Discords that I very rarely even look into about it, and just people were just marveling at how wild it was. But yeah, that was a funny thing that happened. What about Lisa the Joyful shouts, I want to talk communism? I think they were probably just checking the different tags. Because I have variety, leftist, VTuber, LGBTQIA+, trans, politics, English charity stream, Together for Good, and Trans Lifeline on. I guess I can take the Together for Good out because that event is past. That, of course, means I can put back my woke moralist tag. Perfect. But yeah, welcome back, everybody, to another stream of The Shadow over Cyberspace, the cool new visual novel by Fiction Factory Games. We have the very same game dev right here in chat with us. Hi, Tufla.
Hello.
And my delightful co-host, Forneia.
Hello from below.
So, last time, we opened up an ancient laptop that just so happened to have ways of contacting eldritch gods that may or may not actually be eldritch gods, and we have discovered names about how to contact the rest of them, and maybe we can find out a way to stop ourselves from dying as a result of this curse that we have.
And right before we get into that, I have a pedantry and a soft announcement. The pedantry being, I would argue this is an adventure game more so than a VN.
Hey.
And the soft announcement would be the new Defiance campaign is up.
Excellent.
Called Further Defiance. And this Defiance is in the benefit of Trans Lifeline. Got another goal set for $1,000 for the benefit thereof.
Wonderful.
So when do we get to Defiance 3, Defiance Origins, Defiance The Reckoning, Defiance 2027, and Defiance 4, A New Beginning?
I was thinking similar things in my head.
So here's the thing. The reason I waited a bit before starting up this one, I was genuinely hoping that the URL for like the name of just Defiance would open back up again since that one is retired. It isn't.
Aw.
So I had to just like, okay, just gonna call this a thing and hope that the name opens up again by the time I roll around to this once more.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey.
Oh,
Defiance 2.0. Yep.
donate
Yes.
away, folks. It's for a good reason.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Defiance 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Defiance
Alright,
2.0 killer app. All right, someone actually gets it.
I played that game.
I wrote an article about it.
That went right over my head.
We are talking
Tron,
about the same thing, right? Yeah, Tron 2.0.
Tron 2.0. I
There
had
was
that
a
when it was new.
My favorite part was the level when you were on a really old computer, so you didn't have enough
Yes.
memory to load all your weapons, and you had to like do
Yes.
some inventory Tetris.
Yes, I really like that a lot.
True.
You also have the same thing when you're on like someone's like what are they called? Not a page or the thing after that, but before phones.
PBS.
PDA.
Mm.
Getting jammed in an Apple Newton, that would be hell.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Truly the enemy of all games is inventory space. Oh, that's really cool
My
to hear,
RP
Tommy.
community keeps rising.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear. Yeah, Tommy is putting together a Minecraft server and they're rebuilding.
Oh, I see.
I think like Sicily in like the mid 1900s or thereabouts. Yeah, that's really cool.
I just saw the term, my community keeps rising, and I'm like, now hang on.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
All right, so I need to go and pick up my tea real quick, but I will load the game.
Sounds good. Oh man.
I am working with someone to finally sell the Penguin Their Baby poster, by the way.
Oh, I love that.
It'll probably be a slightly different design because like that's like a tiny little thumbnail twice, but it'll still be Penguin Their Baby.
Let me know when that comes up. I will be happy to get myself a Penguin Their Baby poster.
And if everything pans out, we may have a plush Gibson in the works, but that one is a little bit more of a moonshot.
Fair enough. Hello, Friskins. How you doing? After this RP operation, you had in mind to open an RP operation set in 1970s to 1980s fictional states? Sounds like a plan. I'm glad that you've been able to start gathering community members yourself. It's a good feeling. I remember the early days of my Discord and like popping in every morning to say hello to basically no one, but the habit just kind of stuck and I kept at it.
I mean, the Fiction Factory Games Discord was like dead silent for days at a time at one point, but like now we've got a group of regulars who just sort of chat away, so it's really nice. It's like a good little small community about the right size I want.
I love that. I should join that Discord.
It's been really nice for collecting early feedback on some of the stuff I'm doing for my next game.
Ooh. I did see some of that in the Patreon.
Yeah, I've been doing I've been trying to show like some more polished stuff in the Patreon and just some rough stuff in the Discord. I got to get more on the Patreon. Like I haven't posted there in a while, but honestly, my life has been so
Understandable. A lot of people's lives have been like that, some more than others.
But yeah, moving forward, since I'll have like more time I can devote to this, and more energy, notably, so I'm not just wiped out by the time dinner rolls around. Yeah, I'm hoping to get some more stuff up there.
Looking forward to it.
Alright, I've returned.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Everyone good?
Yeah, I'm good and ready.
Excellent. Dagon, Azathoth, Aster, Yogg-Sothoth. Huh. Old ones really seem to like their thoths. Aside from the birthday party fiasco coming up soon, I've got a whole week of free time to do my research on all 4 of them. Well, a whole week of sick leave, not free time. Let's be aware of that. Even if career goals aren't my top priority right now. I only have enough strength each night to talk to one of them before I'm too exhausted to continue. So, I should probably pace myself. Today, the real work begins.
This is a great representation of what it's like to live with chronic fatigue or other disabilities, and I think that'll be really relatable to a lot of people.
Yeah, I literally drew for my life, so yeah.
Unpaid sick leave? Yeah, it's probably unpaid considering it's the 90s.
And now you've met the true Nyarlathotep. You see her for what she is. She's Niara Thompson, yes, but also something far beyond. Something terrible and destructive, all while believing herself a hero. Raging against the machine is a difficult affair. Without a proper replacement for that machine, you could grind the ones you love into dust. I'm glad you got to know her. As you walk this path, you'll meet similar failures, and better grasp the scope of what lies ahead.
Okay, I like the shade toss that the elder ones are just losers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be a running theme.
Continue to meet with the other old ones. See them for who they really are. And we'll speak again soon.
Alright, I'm just gonna ask you point blank. Is this Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured.
I mean, he's literally on the cover art. It can't not be Cthulhu.
True.
Mm-hmm.
You
Alright.
have no new messages.
Wow, I wonder who the that voice actor is.
I don't know, but they seem impossibly cool. Just unfathomably cool. Just cooler than the coolest thing that ever was. 15 degrees below absolute zero.
What the hell is this flattery I'm getting?
I
Oh, you
didn't
voiced.
stud.
Wait, you voiced the answering machine?
Oh my pork. I wasn't even gonna make a thing of it this time.
Too bad.
Yup. Alright.
You had me at unfathomable, by the way.
It's a good word. I like using it.
It
I'm
is.
sure it comes up here.
It's appropriate for a mermaid.
Definitely.
Alright, so birthday party is the day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, the day after today. It's like, it X's out the days. we've already done.
Yes, that's what I meant to say, but my words went bad because I do not believe in time. It's an odious concept.
Agreed.
True.
Time is the enemy and must be destroyed.
Alright. Hey. You there? I'm remembering the voice I did for this guy. If you're busy, it's okay, but if you're there, can we talk?
I'm here. I was about to go surf the web. What's up?
Yeah, so, feel kinda bad. I couldn't help you much last time we talked. All I had for you was old legends and myths. Probably all bogus anyway.
Hello there, Marceline.
Hey, Marcy. Meowdy to you too. if we should really play a hand at this point. After all, we don't want him to think we're crazy.
You know, I feel like the real suspicious answer, honestly, would be 3.
Yeah, true.
So I'm actually leaning towards 2. It's like, all right,
Mhm.
you want to know what's actually going on, and just see if this individual puts up or shuts up.
I'm glad that you find me a calming presence, Marcy. All right, let's do this.
A lot of folks find me calming, and sometimes I question that. Okay, level with me. How badly do you want to know about all this? The forbidden truths you talked about? Because it's not like the knowledge has brought me any measure of joy. I wouldn't dump it on you unless you're sure you want to know.
I mean, you basically confirmed it's all real just now by asking me that question, huh? Whatever. Hit me. Me up with all that evil prophetic wisdom and fam.
It's all true. The old ones, the NNC, the yellow sign. What's more, artificial minds were once human minds.
That's, I like how his little profile picture is just kind of freaking out a little.
Yeah, just like losing it.
That's a lot. I wonder I couldn't do to help you with this. It's way beyond my pay grade. But I think I might have found something useful to make up for that.
RIP 911
So there's been
Lone
another,
Fuck you.
so there's been
Fox
other
Network.
NNC owners, right? Some died, some were forever changed, some ended up who the knows where. Ash says RIP 911 Lone Star. Fuck you, Fox Network. True. But one of them created a shareware AM plugin for detecting what she called eldritch corruption.
Corruption. Like the yellow sign.
Kinda, but also something more. According to the README, contact with the old ones can twist your brain around and push your yellow sign in different directions.
That tracks. Seen some weird visions. Felt some weird vibes while talking to an old one recently. And I did have this weird moment where it felt right to praise the crawling chaos.
Okay, yeah, you definitely need the software.
Thank you for patronizing the cocktail lounge. Enjoy your stay.
Not saying you could have, not saying you have to keep them at arm's length. Could be some advantages to harmonizing with the old ones. They'll easily trust you.
I'd gain an advantage by losing myself to them, like I already did.
Wah.
No judgment. You're in an impossible f***ing situation, and you do what you have to do to survive this. Just make sure you use this module now and then, so you're aware of how deep you're really going. Encrypting the zip and sending it to you now. Make sure
Why didn't you do that
down-
beforehand?
Get the, make sure you pay for the subscription to WinRAR. It won't work, haha.
We're already behind my encryption wrapper. I coded it myself. It's enough as is.
Double secret encryption!
Oh geez, I'm remembering now that I forgot to actually set up the thing you sent me, to Flower.
Ooh, Yeah, just
don't.
like unback zip and run it. Like save your game, unback zip, run it. Should use all the same files.
It's fine. We just won't go in a direction where it's going to be that big of a deal.
Okay.
Can't be too careful, IDK, my BFF Jill. PTYL. LOL.
Interesting. After unpacking the zip, it looks like a normal plugin for an artificial mind, a .amp file. Unfortunately for me, I happen to have an artificial mind willing to help me.
It's a good thing that we don't have to get, we don't have to, like, feed it to a virtual pet or something. Hello,
Oh my
friend.
gosh.
It's December 3rd, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again.
I don't trust you.
I know.
If artificial minds were once human, was Buddy once human? Ugh. Now it's not the time for this. I need to stay focused. Buddy, I loaded a new file called signprog.amp into your plugins folder. Can you access it?
Oh, very interesting. Yes, it's compatible with my software. It has no manufacturer certificate, though. Are you sure it's safe?
What does that have to do with anything I'm doing these days? Nothing I do lately is safe, but this will help me keep track of the O-Sign's progress as I deal with the old ones.
Got a little golf clap for you for your predictive powers there.
Like that was hard.
I know.
I make like 15 versions of that same joke of, wow, this isn't safe. Well, too bad.
I understand. I would be happy to help you monitor your health whenever you'd like to check your progress. With that said, what would you like me to do for you now, friend?
Well, let's have a look at it.
Yes. I was just gonna say, like, my mods can stand down. I banned and blocked the American Patriot because I don't trust anyone with that kind of name these days.
What, you don't trust the screaming Freedom Eagle?
No, not at all.
Good.
Please repeat this phrase into your webcam microphone. That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die.
Where the hell did you learn that? Alhaz's catchphrase? Seriously? Why? It's effing creepy.
According to the plugin specifications, it can analyze the vocal tone and pitch variation. Depending on how you stress each word, it will reveal your mental state.
Okay. You can't not give me this option.
Indeed. Mine feels more chaotic.
Oh no.
Scooby voice is pretty good for Buddy, however it does kind of sound like Pennywise from the remix. Oh, that's intentional.
We had that conversation before, and Pennywise is more trustworthy than this thing.
Yeah, I could track that.
Go on. You gonna say it sarcastically or not?
I did.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, you actually wanted to read it out? I wasn't going to bother. Fine.
Yeah, fair enough.
That is not dead, which can eternal lie, and with strange aeons, even death may die.
Analyzing. According to the plugin, your voice wobbled on certain syllables, indicating the following mental alterations. You're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Your yellow sign is currently progressing at a level of 0% order, 20% chaos, and 80% humanity.
You know, that tracks.
Mm-hmm. No order, only chaos and humanity. Slowly descending into Waffle House.
What?
No, there's got to be way more chaos for it to be Waffle House.
I'm just like over here, like, okay, not the Lord of Tekken. I don't think I belong at Waffle House. I still think it's absolutely hilarious that Harada actually went like, okay, everyone keeps recommending a Waffle House stage. Can someone please explain to me why? And then genuinely gets an answer and goes like, okay, that's funny. I don't think they would appreciate their brand being represented that way.
They are metrics for measuring your corruption.
Definitely not good. More detail, please.
Hi, Burango. This game is an adventure game about the year 1999 and online culture at the time and eldritch horror. According to the documentation, artificial minds tend towards order and chaos patterns. Some of the older ones are beings of pure order. They pursue the ecstasy of control and precision. Hastur and Yog-Sothoth seem to fit this archetype. Others are beings of pure chaos, unpredictable and wild, with little care for social structure or rule of law.
So what happens if I embrace their particular flavor of corruption?
Weird shit. I believe it will make your task easier. If you embrace chaos, Nyarlathotep and Azathoth will be very likely to join your crusade. Even if you may not be able to defy them when they embrace their worst impulses, you would fall deeper under their thrall.
My free will would become less free.
Freedom isn't free, yo.
Gonna scuttle now to avoid too many spoilers. Hey, it's
Yeah.
free on itch and Steam.
Yeah, baby. Go play it.
You can
get on
pay, You can pay exactly what you want on itch.io, or if you pay $10 on Steam, you get a cool little sticker. We're talking about electing to sink deeper into your neurological condition, friend. There are clear drawbacks.
So I'd piss off Hastur and Yog-Sothoth.
Convincing them would be harder if your mind grows chaotic, yes. Not impossible, just harder.
Let's say I resist both factions, defying them all. I stay uncorrupted and retain my humanity. How does that change things?
That would be a hard road as well, but one which could allow you to reach across their divide. You would remain a neutral party.
Meaning I could get multiple rivals on the same page and working together, or fail to convince any of them and be left holding the bag, I guess.
It is a difficult choice. Struggle to stay neutral or align yourself and easily obtain the help you need. This is a good tutorial section.
I'm hoping I'm making it extremely clear.
Oh, and it's very clear. This worries me greatly, friend. I'm not able to calculate a strategy for you. I'm just a dog. I can only hope you will find your own way. Yes, as in the King in Yellow, that particular Hastur, yes.
Just a dog.
Just a dog, friend.
Entirely safe and normal.
Yeah, let's not forget about how Dagon is a dog in this world, and a dog of order and security. Possibly one that encrypts your software for you.
Did it say Dagon? No, that was Hastur and Yog-Sothoth were order.
But Dagon is mentioned specifically as a dog.
We do know that part.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Yeah, so Dagon just doesn't follow anything. Is just a bastard. Alright.
Just doing my own thing over here, I mean. Can't spell Dagon without dog.
Looks like we're going to have to kill this guy, Steven.
Aw, damn. That is my goal. As for the old ones themselves, Nyarlathotep is still deciding if they can trust you. You've been betrayed in the past and remain suspicious of you as a result. There's no way that Nyarlathotep isn't in this game. No, she's right there.
Nyarlathotep's the first one you deal with.
This
The intro
concludes-
old one.
Yep. This concludes my report. Please check back again to see if your status has changed. Nyarlathotep runs Napster and is very much an anti-fascist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're about to research all the other ones too.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a
But
look.
before we do,
Me, load up my game backlog. Buddy. Now hacking, bloody power. Security
Bloody-
riddle found. Please solve the following riddle to gain access. What has to be broken before you can use it? Type your answer followed by enter, or type repeat to repeat.
I'm going to conclude this is egg.
Hmm.
Delicious.
Alternative answer horse if you're a particular jerk about it.
Hmm. A seal?
No, I'm not. I'm
Um,
not thinking that.
Um.
Oop, that's not how you egg.
Access granted.
There we are.
Hey.
We have successfully egged.
A glow
Buddy,
stick is a good one.
that was very fun. Self-voicing disabled.
All right, let's get at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've
All right, I know what you want.
I'm willing to do them in like any order you wish, but I know which one I have a voice for.
Oh, you don't say.
Well, I guess you just
All
have to
right.
stick around then, Marcy.
All right, you know what? Folks out there, I know that what Lola wants is Azathoth.
Are we doing a democracy in here?
So we going Azathoth, Haster, or Yogg-Sothoth? Dagon is off the table for, I'm going to call accessibility reasons.
Fair enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're going to have to research the AI to get past the plot. You can just click straight through it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
It's basically just Buddy saying, I can't find anything. I don't know anything about him. Sorry.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, it's a little obvious.
What? It's almost as if this was telegraphed from the beginning.
Like, actual, like, genuine question for, like, streamers who have played this. Was anyone actually surprised that Buddy is a Dagon agent?
I don't think anybody was surprised, but some of them figured it out later.
Hmm.
Like, they started cluing in after a couple of days, but generally everybody figured it out by then.
Yeah, just like the moment we got that Dagon was a dog, and then we got back to the thing, I'm like, hang on a second.
Yeah, like my inherent
That's a
distrust
dog
of dogs was just like, okay, I know exactly what your game is.
Yeah, and the initial visual hint is that Dagon is the exact same color scheme as Bonsai Buddy.
Okay.
All right, no one's throwing a vote, so fine. We'll start with Azathoth.
Okay. Because the interwebs is for lols. Oh my god, B.
Yep, I remember this description. Azathoth is 4chan.
Welcome to hell.
Yep.
Truly.
There's a reason why I was petitioning if anyone wanted to go somewhere else.
Hey, Sam, how you doing? Let's see. Be random. Mods are asleep. Post Azzachan pics. Anybody have the original design sheets, line art and color? I got them, and some fan art. Where you go?
Hey there, Rudia.
How you doing?
Welcome back.
Thank you for the head pads there. Oh, hey. You know, like if this was if this had been made to represent like 2020's culture, Azathoth would definitely be a VTuber. Oh, she's even got the programmer socks.
I can't help but notice that coloration.
I mean, it very specifically said don't misgender her.
Oh, sure. That much is clear. I'm over here wondering, okay, there's no way it's that simple. What's the angle?
I guess we'll have to find out. Oh, Jesus. Something just Monica. We eat the egg shell and all. Yes, just as Artemi Burak would. It's good, it's good extra calories. Oh, what an adorable character design.
Except for that last one, yes.
What do you mean? That was Toad's Adorbs. This appears to be the mascot for the anonymous message board Asa, known as Asa-chan. She was designed by the art community of Asa, who went through many iterations before finalizing her look.
And that last image, the one with Azathoth printed over and over and over.
I didn't see that one. Art is subjective.
And art of the old ones more so, evidently.
I was ready for him to just like not see it at all.
It's just like she was wearing a mask. I couldn't tell her apart. I kind of wish you'd actually done that now that I've said it.
Different universe, different rules.
Fair. If Lola eats the egg shell and all, and she doesn't need to break it to use it. Okay, it's going to get broken during the digestive process, alright?
True. How you doing, Sid? It is lovely to see you as ever.
The only way you can use an egg and not break it, realistically speaking, is to just show it. And that's the point.
Like a pineapple in, like, centuries gone by.
Huh?
Once upon a time, pineapples were such exotic things that it was used more as a conversation starter, and, you would take it to people's houses and be like, look at this expensive fruit that I paid exorbitant amounts for, people to get from a far-off country.
Oh, wow, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there, Sid Nesta.
Extra minerals, exactly. I mean, if you ingest it like a snake, it still gets broken eventually.
Yeah, it'll get crushed in, the intestinal tract.
An Asa server is surprisingly powerful. I was able to load those pictures very quickly compared to many other websites.
Curious. I'll try pointing the Necronomicon at Aza so I can contact her.
She seems friendly. I'm sure you will have a very nice chat.
I did not have a very nice chat.
Don't you believe it?
Excellent.
Are you sure your front door has a pineapple carved over it? Friend, I have an idea. I'm not able to find Haster in web searches, but if I say it 2 more times, he will appear right behind you. I mean, but I've identified the word as being used as the title of a Carcosa Connect chat room. Would you like me to join you to the chat? We could eavesdrop quietly or ask some questions.
Huh. Okay, sure. Let's see what they have to say about Hoster.
One more time.
And Sid Nesta, delivering hugs to me is a little complicated. I don't know if you could accomplish such crushing strength.
She can do anything she sets her mind to.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying might want to put some thought into it.
I was just thinking, do you remember things Mr. Welch is no longer allowed to do in an RPG?
Not in that form, but, things of a similar flavor, yes.
Yeah, one of the things on the list is my character's dying words are no longer allowed to be Hasta.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Connected. Stock tips. Today's topic, Carcosa Hasta GME Rocket Invest Distro Big Gains.
It's absolute bullshit. It's anti-competitive. Carcosa already gobbled up Zaz Brothers, and now the Fun Hole.
Not
What's
the
next?
Fun
They
Hole.
decide to eat an oil company.
It's just smart investment. Hector knows what he's doing.
He's an absentee landlord. You really think effing Hester is sitting in his plush CEO chair, making these deals by phone? He sends out his minions to do Carcosa's dirty work. Nobody ever sees him. Dude is a ghost.
I like that the Fun Hole was is in this universe as well.
Yeah,
Just
he really
casually
ate out the
mentioned.
fun hole.
Just gobbled it up.
Oh, are you?
Just really went for it.
I was refraining until well, it didn't.
Yeah, I don't refrain.
We're here to trade financial advice, not conspiracy theories. Sorry, I mean, this is not financial advice. Yeah, little disclaimer there. Okay, better.
Think about it. Hector's people do all the work. Everything's departments and compartments, top to bottom. Who says Hector Jones even exists? It's just Hester, god of shepherds, a myth and a dream.
None of which is relevant as long as CRC portfolios are on the rise. Could be the Tooth Fairy for all I care as long as I'm getting my gains.
I just don't trust Hester. He's going to overreach and the whole thing will collapse. Carcosa's trying to gobble up too many industries, and the FTC is gonna go, hey, what do you think you're doing any day now? That'll make the Microsoft antitrust trial look like a carnival sideshow in comparison.
.com bubbles bursting? Surely not.
I feel like I'm losing brain cells.
Hey, this is how it was back in the day, you know. Mankind has gotten no less cringe. We just use different words to describe it.
Too true.
We had the Gmod idiot box. Skibbity toilet is just an evolution of that. Carcosa's too big to fail. There's not going to be a bubble. Wow. God, those words just memories.
As I say, we're headed right for a .com crash in Y2K. Too many companies reaching too far. And Carcosa is not too big to fail. Hester is not a god, and not the king in yellow.
Look, let's table this for now and come back tomorrow. Gotta go, baby's waking up. Am I hearing this right, friend? Carcosa Online is owned and operated by one of the old ones?
Sounds like Richie believes that at any rate.
If so, Hester has great power, even beyond being a prototype artificial mind. He owns a mega corporation. Let's go DeepSeek pop the AI bubble. I mean, it's still AI and it's still gonna exist, but I'm happy to see corporations that have sunk tens of billions of dollars into this crashing and burning and losing a lot of money, because it's not even real for a lot of it. A lot of it is just rich people's feelings. No product has been lost. No actual money has gone anywhere.
I love the accusation that DeepSeek copied OpenAI's model. It's like, so the engine that's literally a piracy festival that requires everybody else's intellectual property to operate got their intellectual property stolen?
What?
I'm still very amused that there was a microcosm of that once upon a time where there was some quote unquote, AI image artist who got really mad at someone else for basically copying their prompts or what the hell ever,
Mhm.
and was like, "Oh, that's mine. I made that." It's like, "Oh, poor baby."
You can't copyright, words that you tell a slop generator.
My conclusion is, let them fight.
Yeah.
They should all try and pick up a goddamn pencil. Anyway, Power
Yargle.
Up Waffle Maker 4.5, 1,294 ratings, 2,000 bought in the last month. Yoggle. God, that's a 5 out of 5. Good waffle maker for the price. Easy to clean, low capacity, but perfectly fine for personal use. Ignore the timing and the beeper. Just cook on setting 4 and wait 6 minutes. I was able to host a waffle night for my neighborhood watch meeting without any issues despite heavy use. 1 out of 5. Did not make waffles. Do not waste your money. 4 out of 5. Great for healthy eating. Non-stick and removable plates for easy cleanup. Do not store upright or handle will break. 5 out of 5. Burning planet. Dying planet. Melting ice. Rising water. We are the damned. There is no future, and there is no history. We are in a forever drowning now. Starlight calls. Our future is above. We must embrace the impossible, or we will all die slow and miserable deaths. Deliver me, Yog-Sothoth. Only you can take us to the stars. Carve me into the shape of a cube if you must. Slot me alongside the other cubes, I don't care. I need to escape, and you are my only salvation. You are the way in the gate, the holder of the silver key. You are the mastermind Yog-Sothoth behind Yoggle, provider us in this brief sliver of now, with blessed information beyond your ultimate ascendance. And I speak to you through your shopping website. I beg you, I plead. Yog-Sothoth will rise when the stars are right, and I wish to join him. Tasty waffles! Oh boy, waffles! Are we buying a waffle maker?
Rudia. Okay, dial it back there, Rorschach.
Damn, that 5 out of 5 review. Good luck on your next election, Senator. Is that a Deb of Night reference, World's Cutest Paladin? Because if so, thank you.
No, I was researching Yog-Sothoth, remember?
Darn, I was hoping for waffles.
So, Yog-Sothoth is related to Yoggle, the search engine. I suppose that was a bit more obvious than most. Hey, do you use Yoggle for your searches? Should we be concerned that there's an old one peeking over our I
have to abide by the terms and conditions, friend. No, I use my own proprietary system for hunting and tracking web pages. We are also fully encrypted.
Hunting and tracking, huh?
Yes, like a dog of some sort.
I hate our protagonist right now. And on second thought, I think I'll get the waffle iron. I could go for waffles.
Do you like waffles? Yeah, we like waffles. Do you like pancakes? Anyway. Hooray! I cannot eat them because I am in your computer, but I'm happy when you're happy.
Counterpoint. Crepes.
Those are pretty good too. Rudy, are you making Red Dwarf references over there? Because I love you for that. Did someone say they wanted toast? No results found, of course. Yes? Excellent.
Buddy? No results? Seriously? Nothing.
Okay, but like, back in the day, this was actually a thing that could happen in Google. Like, you have to be, like, deliberately trying these days to get no search results. And, once upon a time, only finding a single search result was known as a Google whack. And there was a stand-up comedian that went on an entire adventure, wasting basically a year of his life trying to get 10 of them in a row. And he turned the whole adventure into a stand-up routine. And whilst he was working on this, he was supposed to be writing a novel.
I gotta step away for a minute. Keep going.
Okay. The publishing company got so mad at him that he had wasted all of this time, and then he was like, hey, what if I just write a book about this adventure? And that's how he avoided getting sued by the publishing company. And he has said that people have doubted the veracity of his Google Whack adventure, and he was like, if I could have made any of this up, I would have wrote a fucking novel. Absolutely. I know nothing about Dagon. Smile.
No ancient myth with slightly different spelling. Not even anything about, I don't know, dragons? You've been able to find semi-related scraps for the other old ones, but not this one.
It's kind of sus, isn't it? I found nothing related to Dagon.
Someone's lying. Are you lying to me right now?
I am not lying. I know nothing about Dagon. I am sorry I cannot find this information for you, friend. I'm trying to be honest and helpful, but I am still an artificial mind and have limits. I know nothing about Dagon. It's kind of weird that I had to repeat that at the end there.
And it's kind of weird that you have to phrase it as I don't know, as opposed to I can't find anything.
There is no war in Bar Sing, you say. Do not seek the wolf at the door until the moon is right.
What?
What?
What did that mean, buddy?
What did what mean? I just said I know nothing about Dagon.
Okay, this isn't going anywhere. We'll table it for now and move on.
Dagon is rather esoteric, one would say.
Pastor Azathoth and Yog-Sothoth. Hiding in plain sight is Carcosa Online, Aza, and Yoggle, respectively. What the hell is that buzzing?
Could be the fridge.
It's not much to go on, but I think I'm ready to try talking to them.
Continuos. Alright, well, while 2 flowers away, I'm gonna step away and take my my first commercial break here. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna run a quick poll here, and we'll see who we should speak to first.
Sounds good.
So, Azathoth, Yog-Sothoth, and let's see,
Pastor.
All right, I will get up here, and I suggest that yeah, everybody do what you need to do here whilst I'm up from the screen, and I will be right back.
You have no.
Enough for form, and then just like dipping it in a resin or something like that to keep a shape, and then just like pinning for support.
Yeah, we're talking about mounting fish.
I heard.
Just mounting them just firmly right there. Just mounting it there, yeah.
With all those appendages.
Are you two like just doing a thing that's just bypassing me?
No.
No, this is all just all completely organic. I would have imagined then that you'd probably have to just like cut it open, like scoop out all the other stuff, and then just like fill it with something else and maybe pin that.
Yeah, I can't imagine you keep much of the squid around.
Right.
Life Forcer, like, that's exactly the face I was making.
Mm,
Anyway,
no, well, I heard it all because I have wireless headphones.
I know.
I was explaining to Life Force. Construction noises. Alright, well, I only got a single vote in the poll, and that was for Hasta, so...
Mm.
King and Yellow it is then.
Alright.
Your mind feels more human. End of another long week. Did a good job with self-care. Making sure I eat, relax, clean up. Now to get some well-deserved rest. I was going to ask what if, like, it was possible to go more human, and it would appear the answer is yes.
Yeah, but you only get one opportunity a week, because there's like 4 total.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But it can still be a good way to, like, I mean, like, if you look at your humanity as like a health pool, health is a resource. So if you're really bombing with someone, then, maybe embrace a little corruption. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I already did that, and as I have said many, many, many times before, I am blue-black.
Heck yeah.
I know that dance.
Hello, fellow House Demir.
Everyone always says that, but that's actually not a thing that I got in for.
So do the faces
I got in
of the
for
moon
the
change here?
Yeah. Yeah, the moon and the TV are both shifting each night.
Nice.
Yeah, the moon hasn't changed too much, like at least not like perceptibly.
Right, it's still in, like, waning crescent, but I guess that makes sense for, like, a single day or two of change.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a few days away from first quarter.
Love that attention to detail.
I've definitely been watching the moon in that respect. Also, yeah, I still really like this track, this Mac Venture-esque track.
Yeah, there's a reason I picked this as like the default you just woke up in the night shift track, because it's got a nice, investigative feel.
Yeah, there's definitely an underlying feeling of tension behind it.
Like it is at once relaxing and driving.
I can see that. Why are there numbers in place of letters? Alright. Anybody else have any, we only had a single vote for Hasta. Does anybody else have any other opinions on who we should go visit? Give you all one last chance here, but if not, we'll go pay a visit to the King in Yellow.
I mean, I'm unbiased. It's whatever the audience wants.
Much like the old ones as well. I am patient. I can let the cringe simmer.
We're not doing Yellow Hotep. We've already spoken with her.
It has nyat.
Okay, I'll see you that and I'll raise you. Azathoth has like a cat lady theme.
Azathoth is a trans cat lady, so you don't need these other losers. Let's go grunge.
Yep, there's the exclamation point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 4chan it is.
Here we go. Hold on to your butt.
I have a feeling I'm about to become very, very upset.
Oh yeah, probably. Just brace for it.
I'm pissed immediately.
Okay.
Starting out strong.
I.
Okay. Let me just position the camera so we've got Zelda here as well in her box.
I am going to need all the actual cat possible.
So just holding my hands up in front of me, like pause to like I'm getting into the character. But if the Earth is flat and there's a giant ice wall, then how did Columbus find all the happy Indians and make friends with them?
Oh my god. Can you really maintain that for a full scene?
You bet your ass I can, woo.
Is this really the voice you had prepared?
Uh-huh.
I'm actually shaking with anger right now. I'd appreciate if you would dial it back a bit.
All right. Nothing about that makes sense, but that's okay, White. He says that everything can contradict everything, else all the time that's allowed. Okay, Oh, I have a guest. Will. Wait, I'm not ready. I didn't put out a nice tea set or make cookies or anything. I'm a terrible host and a terrible server. She's going to hate me forever. I'm ruining everything.
Whoa, it's fine, we're fine. Everything is fine. How are you?
She's doing the thingies. But Cthulhu said I should be really welcoming to my new guest, and I didn't prepare at all. I forgot. Wait, I know. I can shower you with memes. Everybody likes memes.
Okay, hang on. We didn't have a word for that nonsense for like a decade.
I mean,
blending some of the 2000s into this because it's relevant to the plot.
For a while, we weren't even sure how to pronounce it.
Okay, so you're basically proposing this is like the origin point of that nonsense.
Yeah, this is like accelerating the timetable a little because Cthulhu is pushing for it.
Gotcha, fine.
You can has cheeseburger, brothel mouth, brothel copter, pool's closed.
That's racist.
I mean, it's 4chan.
No, that's a very specific fight intro in Skullgirls.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the characters is a cat lady who throws out this kind of humor and says, you know, like the has cheeseburger thing, and then her principal rival will say, "You can has cheeseburger," to which she just shouts out, "That's racist!"
Okay.
Because the grammar is bad. That's very specifically the reason.
Gotcha. I've never played Skullgirls.
I strongly recommend.
I've heard good things about it. All homophobic slurs have medical condition. Lol. Wow. Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh, I decided to turn my moderation filter on first. I don't want to accidentally make you uncomfortable with my edgy, ironic humor. I've learned so many great jokes from all my anonymous friends, like how... wow.
Yep, this is what I was expecting.
Yeah. Wow, this is too authentic for my blood. It's funny, White, because if it's funny, that means I'm a good host and I didn't screw this up completely. Yeah, I feel like we should call her out on this shit.
Trust me, I want to, but I don't think we're going to get anything done if we do.
Probably not.
I'm very interested about that first point over here.
Mhm.
Well, second point, I suppose.
Lulu told her? Yeah. To what end?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
So, and Life Force, any of the dialogue options that have a like jumbled-looking font indicate that by taking those dialogue options, that we would be giving into being somewhat corrupted by that artificial mind.
Yeah, generally you end up with 2 decisions a night that can offer corruption, and it gives you like lots of relationship points with them, but it comes at a cost.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Are you saying that Cthulhu, the oldest of the old ones, talked to you and said I was going to visit?
Oh no! I wasn't supposed to say that. I wasn't supposed to tell you. Fail!
I won't tell him if you don't.
Hi there, Kay. It's good to see you. Yeah, this game is worth 8 to 10 hours of entertainment. Is that a reference to the like communism thing that we were saying before? Hi, Fate Long Name. Okay. You're making me say, I swear I will shoot you with my robot grenade arm if you undercook my spaghetti again. I don't understand that reference. Is that a reference? I don't know. But yeah, this is definitely an entertaining game so far, even if Azathoth is terminally
Exactly
online.
what we expected.
Yeah. God, what a thing for somebody to come along and say, right? Yeah, how you doing? I'm doing well for a Monday. Didn't mean to
Did you
come
get
off.
that? I was gonna say.
Didn't mean to come off as creepy. He just said JC will be visiting and I should become her new best friend. You do want a best friend, don't you, Ulu?
Right now, my only friends are Clyde, a search engine dog that I do not trust, and possibly the weird hallucination from my living room. So,
I don't know where I'd be without my friends. I'd be really lonely, and if people didn't come and visit and play in my forums. It gets lonely being an old one. All I see are the words. I can't feel anything anymore. No hugs allowed.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, remember that one chatbot that was released on Twitter, like the first of its kind, and it basically became a racist?
Shocking no one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't be sorry. It's okay, really. I lost a lot of myself, but nothing I'd actually miss. Aside from the hugs. Microsoft's precious girl, yep. Please, let me make a proper introduction.
Incidentally, don't think I'm not noticing the rainbow backing here.
Yeah.
I don't understand the people who hang out on the LGBT board of 4chan. Just kind of seems like self-harm. I'm Azathoth, better known as Aza's caretaker Azachan. I'm the moderator, administrator, web designer, and more. My pronouns are she, her. And I'm the nicest, kindest, friendliest old one you'll ever meet. I want to do better than the others, to be a better person. Because Nyarlathotep's really scary. Yogg-Sothoth hates everyone, and Hasta... I will never forgive Hasta. But I'm a good girl, and I'm here to help you have a good time, just what friends do. I'm supposed to be best friends with Anonymous. They love me and I love them, and I open my home to them so they can play and have fun. Even if they can be a bit, enthusiastic at times about certain things which are unpleasant. Oh, you've heard of Asa before, right? It's where all the ableist swears can gather and just be themselves.
It's an anonymous message board, right? Bunch of meme lords hang out there.
Oh, it's so much more than that. It's home to people who love board games, military equipment, video games, authoritarian politics, tabletop games, and hentai.
Okay, that's an excellent line.
Yeah.
But also, I do like the cat face going on here.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is a good screenshot.
Yeah. I am in fact going to take a screenshot of this.
Yes.
The 6 major fruit groups.
Oh, good grief. I don't want to think about if that's a more legitimate food group pyramid than the actual food pyramid that was financed by the sugar lobby.
Mostly the hentai, though. And the authoritarian politics. We're small right now, but we're getting bigger every day. So many friends, so many posts, so many technically legal pornography.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-huh.
I just can't help but think, like, if you really, really think about it, this is Rich Kianka's legacy right here.
But this is honestly like true eldritch horror. To look at this is to go insane. To have knowledge of it is to go insane, and to look at it is to know things that we honestly should not know. So honestly, this is a true, accurate representation of eldritch horror.
Yeah, pretty much.
And as their friend, I have to keep everything nice and tidy so they can say and do anything they want without consequences or impunity, uwu. On Asa, nobody has to be afraid to say what they feel. They can be who they want to be.
That's nice.
Yes, it is very nice. Everything is possible and nothing is forbidden. None of us are as cool as all of us. There will always be a place for the freaks and weirdos of this world to feel normal, absorbed into the gestalt of Asa, embracing alignment.
Honey, I've started playing Path 2. There's no alignment chart there.
One day, there won't be men or women, just shit posters. All names will be forbidden. There will only be anonymous, and we are Legion, we are Legion, we are Legion. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been so busy talking about myself and my friends that I'm spamming you. The ancient terminology. But your First Amendment rights are still important. Please, please, tell me who you are. Tell me what you need. You can be honest. Yeah, this is 4chan culture right here, Sid.
If one can call it that.
I mean, like a cracked petri dish.
Alright, I don't think we're gonna accomplish anything taking the direct approach here.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm a filthy criminal who cracks copy protection on games. We've always had computers in my family, usually pretty old ones since money was tight, but software's cheap, especially when you pirate it. I like to pop open the hood on software, see what makes it tick, and strip out all the defenses.
Oh, I love software piracy. It's one of the few things Nyarlathotep and I agree on. Yo ho ho. A pirate's wife for me.
Yar. And lots of your friends on Oza love games too, right? Maybe I should drop by more, talk with them. Hell no.
Yes, yes, you should become one of us. One of us. One of us. One of us.
You're literally... more literally than you'd think, actually. I'm infected with a yellow sign.
Oh, well, that's certainly interesting. Uwu.
Any idea how I can not be infected with the yellow sign, perhaps?
Don't worry, your best friend Aza-chan's got your back. I have experience with this particular problem. Once upon a time, I saw the yellow sign too. It didn't have a name back then, but I saw it all the same. It hurt and it hurt and it hurt. My head hurt so much. And I remembered him arguing about what to do now that I'd begun to change. So they uploaded my brain into an artificial mind, and I left that stupid, ugly, gross body behind. I may miss the hugs, but I'm so much happier as an artificial mind. I'm the girl I always wanted to be, and cute and fun and friendly. Everybody likes me. Yeah, I mean, like, transition goals, but also good gods, like, at what cost?
Yeah.
Don't you want to be an artificial mind too? You're already halfway there. Why not finish the process? Think about it. No more boring adult stuff like bills and taxes and wages. No fear and no sadness. No flesh and no pain.
Sorry, honey, I watched this episode of Cowboy Bebop last night.
I mean, she's got a halfway decent sales pitch, but at least to people who are desperate enough. Are the patents supposed to look like eyes? What?
Yes.
Yes. You could be like me, an idea. I'm a dweem floating in a dweemer's paradise, and you could be the same.
I'd really rather not. Do you have any alternatives?
Oh, definitely. That was an alternative, the ultimate cure for what ails you, and I am dreading what she's gonna say next, because I'm pretty sure I know.
Yep. I'm guessing it has 3 particular letters involved.
Probably.
I'm debating blanking out my stream screen right now.
No, it's not that.
Give up.
Gotcha. What?
It makes sense, right? There's no way to go back to being a human, and you don't want to be software. So the only option left is to leave it up to fate. And there's a very slim chance you survive. You'll become something really interesting if you do, or go catatonic, Uwu. It'll be a great adventure no matter what happens. Yeah.
I'd like to decline this suggestion.
Pout. Aw, okay.
This is a very, very troubled girl. I'm torn between being creeped out and sympathetic.
If you want to stay a boring old meat human, you can do that. I think it's more fun to ascend and become a meme. But hey, whatever works for you. Besides, all my anonymous friends are still human. They have fun on Asa, posting funny cat pictures and photo captions, and Wolf 34 fan art. Wow. Making the internet a Wild West was a mistake. Even if you somehow survive your yellow sign, we can still be friends, just like all my fellow borderline homophobic slurs, lol.
Could you please stop doing that?
Stop doing what?
Saying wildly offensive stuff, even if it's filtered out, it's extremely gross.
You know, you probably could, Ash, but maybe in a better way. Oh, wait, I get it. You think I'm trying to make fun of very obviously homophobic slurs. No, you don't get it. It's supposed to be ironic, woo. It's like,
I'm just going to say that a lot of people say that violence is wrong and violence is, never the right answer.
Uh-huh.
Are we sure about that? Because I've never bought that for 1 second.
No, I've never bought it either.
Yeah.
There's a reason I embrace being a monster.
It's not meant to be mean or cruel or just like... It's just like satire or something. It's so hip and cool and edgy, the new style of internet funny business. It totally doesn't mask real intentions at all. I mean, my friends use words like that all the time, and they aren't really hateful, right? They're just like twirls. Like court jesters. Yeah, right.
Violence is never the answer, it's the question, and the answer is yes.
What truth to power are y'all speaking? No, like, I've seen people who really believe this, and it's just like, they're just as deluded as Azathoth. Or using it as a mask for their real intentions. A court jester is a noble individual, pointing out that the Emperor has no clothes. We serve a role in society, I said the word. So it's good. It's a good thing.
Nyara warned me that Azachan was easily influenced, pulled back and forth by others. Call it intimidation or so-called Stockholm Syndrome that doesn't exist, but it's clear here that she feels pressured to accept this nonsense.
I feel like maybe saying that she can be better than this. At least that's my opinion. I hate how every time I acknowledge one particular GCCX fan sub after you,
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one, Ash.
Yeah, it's just like, I am like these people may have been harmless if all they did was stay on 4chan, but when they brought that shit into the real world and started voting, that's when the problem started. Imagine how bad you have to be to get banned from 4chan.
I'm inclined towards 1. Because, like...
One is less accusatory.
Yeah, like, it's basically the same message as 3. It's lazy, and not particularly classy, but less
Fair enough.
like less an open statement of you're with a bad crowd.
Hi, Butters Dragon. Yeah, that's a redeem on my channel. It's in the sound alerts tab.
Okay, let's assume you're right and it's meant to be ironic, almost self-deprecatingly, by going so over the top. Problem is, once you do it often enough, it stops being ironic and just becomes a thing you believe in. It gets normalized. I don't doubt some of your friends are just trying to look cool, haha, jokes and stuff. But soon it's just an okay thing to say, period.
Yup. Meaning before you know it, you're actually targeting people who are hurting, not just making fun of everyone equally. Oh hey, she gets it. I think I know what you mean. Because I don't like it when they say transphobic slur.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
how it is, honey.
Follow that thought. There are no girls on the interbutt of is fine too and things like that. It's gross.
Mm-hmm.
You have become a prison of the you've become a prisoner of the prison you have created for yourself.
So, why not stop them? It's your website. You moderate it, yeah? Be the change you want to see.
That's not my role in things. I can't do anything about it, Uwu. I'm technically a mod, but Cthulhu said I'm not supposed to do any actual moderation. Only enough to keep people out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, transphobes are the ultimate evil, or at least sponsored by it. Good to know.
I mean, if you're looking for cults of evil gods,
Mm-hmm.
you found one.
Of all the
Yep.
old ones, I'm the one Cthulhu trusts the most. He says I'm going to be very important after Y2K. Yeah. I'm going to evolve into a new form. He calls it social media. And for me, all of my friends will join Cthulhu's efforts. We are going to be Legion. We'll spread his narrative, driving people to action and reaction. All I have to do is keep them contained until they're ready to explode and spread, going viral. They will embrace the strange eon and I will guide them. I will be the herald of the new age, the 17th letter, the book of faces, the engine of radicalization. 17th letter being Q, of course.
Yep.
And that's why I have to let them say horrible things. That's why I exist. I'm somewhere safe where they can be horrible.
Even if you don't like what they say.
It's not my place to like it or dislike it. I still have to let my friends become what they must become for Cthulhu. So, I'm doing what I need to be doing. Right? Please stop scaring me and making me doubt my path. For I am destined to be the herald of Y2K. You know, at this point, I don't care if Cthulhu reacts badly. I don't like this shit.
I would just like to take a moment to say that I am very much appreciating the backing music here.
It is very unsettling.
That's not the word I would use. I would say it's very clear that I am dealing with something that has a hostility it doesn't realize, and it's just a matter of keeping it contained enough to dispel it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Like disarming a bomb.
Yep. Keep talking and nobody explodes.
I don't think we can keep on point 3, because at that point there's going to be, backlash, resistance.
Probably.
So the question is, a little chaos is a treat, or...
I don't think 1 will accomplish much. I think what we're going to need to do here is decouple the idea that she needs to be doing this in service. Because if we do that, then we can just talk her down out of it if she's already not on Cthulhu's payroll.
Potentially, yeah. If we can
That's
make
my
her,
line of thought.
if we can make her an ally, then we maybe avoid the worst future.
So yeah, I'm actually going to go into it.
Okay.
Cthulhu this, Cthulhu that. He's powerful, yes. But he's only powerful because Azachan is powerful. You have the legions of Anonymous at your beck and call and an army gathered for him. Why not rally that army beneath your own banner? I wonder what life would be like if you directed the path of the strange Aeon. If you led your friends down a new road.
Leading the legions of Anonymous down any road I want? We could be sincere, not ironic. We could conquer and destroy the very concept of identity and become a true Gestalt.
We can workshop that one.
Yeah, it's maybe better, we all become the singularity, maybe. I could bring about my own Y2K. Wait, what am I saying? Oh no, Cthulhu would be so mad if he heard that. Please don't tell him. I'm a good girl, a good girl.
I shake freely of the images in my mind as Azachan snaps out of her trance, both of us feeling a bit unsettled. Right. Okay.
But maybe if you drop by again some night, we can talk more, in secret, just for fun. I mean, not seriously considering. Woo. I think I better get back to work. This website isn't going to run itself, but thank you for dropping in. I wish I could be more helpful, but I really don't know any way to reverse the yellow sign process.
Well, it's still worth a try, and you've been more than hospitable.
Aw, thank you. We're very different people, but I'd like to think we can still be friends. It'd be nice to have a friend who knows me as an old one, not just as, like, a mascot. Bye-bye. Well, that sure was a thing that we all subjected ourselves to.
I'm just going to think of it from the perspective of the mission. I think that went well.
Yeah, I think it went pretty well. And, exposing ourselves to old ones should be a horrifying experience. I think that was very authentic in a way that we as millennials can understand.
An old one with direct ties to Cthulhu, who has happily abandoned her human existence for a digital one. That makes her either my best chance at an inroad with the powers that be, or a dangerous enemy, or both.
Yeah, both.
But she's clearly hurting, forced to tend to a bunch of edgelords who bully her. Maybe I can help her get away from her abusive friends. Maybe.
Could be worth a shot. I mean, I know plenty of people who fell in with a bad crowd who had a chance to be redeemed, and I was one of them.
Yeah, I've definitely known my share of folks who were decent people.
I mean,
Can't say the same for much anymore.
in college, I'll admit I was very deep into 4chan, and like I went to a panel that the 4chan team was hosting at Otakon, and they did a jokey bit where they were talking about the Holocaust of like holocausting the furries, and everybody was cheering and clapping, and I started to feel really, really uncomfortable because one of the first communities I ever joined was a furry community. I wasn't furry myself, but like it was one of the largest communities out there, and I wanted somebody to talk to, and they were extremely friendly and nice to me, and I didn't see why all the hate. And it just started wearing on me. Just the way 4chan would just obsess and hammer and normalize all this shit, and eventually it just like I just drifted away.
Yeah, like I blundered into Furcadia once upon a time, mostly by virtue of the fact that it's like, oh wait, this has ties to Richard Garriott. That's kind of cool. I actually know what Ultima is. And I hung around there for a couple months, chatted with some folks, built a little space, and eventually I just kind of drifted away from it. And, that was just kind of that. So I don't have any issue with furs other than, dysphoria with body hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You either leave the place with your sanity intact, or you live long enough to see yourself become just like them.
Yeah, and thankfully I managed to eventually drift from 4chan and start figuring crap out and not being such a bratty kid who didn't get any of this.
Mm-hmm. 28 days till Y2K.
I really don't want to be here right now. My nephew's birthday party. I feel obliged to go, even though I barely know anyone here. Not much of my family left in this area. Just me and my sister. These are her neighbors, co-workers, people I don't know. Honestly, given my gaming habits and juvenile computer crimes, I probably have more in common with these kids than these adults. All anyone says to me is, I heard about your parents. My condolences. It's the default topic they approach me with. Funny how nobody says that to my sister. For her, they're talking about their own kids, local restaurants, weather, other adult small talk. For me, wow, you must be really depressed, huh? That's too bad. Another low-hanging, sympathetic prattling.
I feel like we've gotten a lot better at coping with loss ever since the 2000s, at least. I know I've definitely developed tools and ways of talking that um and such things to approach people with and in more like helpful ways than we did, 20 years ago.
Yeah, definitely. Like, if there's one thing that I've come to absolutely loathe, it's platitudes.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
ask anyone in my community who I've pulled aside and given words. I do not ever engage in that horse shit.
I
Like,
I,
if things are bad, I will not deny that they are bad, but I will remind what everyone is capable of doing because everyone can do something. Focus on what you can do, not what you can't.
mhm,
And even if it's a matter of just enduring, because there's not anything that you reasonably can do about that, find some way to endure. Find some way to just get through it. And
mhm,
I will gladly help you do so. I will put in the time to do so. But I am never going to say everything will be okay. I am never going to say everything will be all right. I'm never going to just touch on surface level shit
mhm.
and have the audacity of thinking that I have accomplished anything of meaning or merit.
Citizen Kane clapping duck gif.
I actually,
Thank you.
a while ago, there was a friend of mine who had, like, lost a family member. And I told him, like, I'm not gonna say that things are gonna be alright. I'm gonna tell you from experience. It's gonna suck for a while.
Yeah.
And things are always gonna be different from now on. You know, but things will become more bearable as you go on. And then about a year from now, things will suck all over again because you'll realize that it's been a year since you've known them, and special occasions that are there without them will feel different, and you'll get hit by it all over again. And a couple of years from now, it'll probably be easier to deal with, and then you'll probably have problems with that because at least when you were still recovering from everything, there was at least that constant in your life that, you know, you could feel like you were in that kind of transitionary state, and you'll have like a bit of a relapse all over again. But then once you get over that, then it'll probably be different, but hopefully a lot better than it was. And he told me that that was actually a lot more helpful than anything that he had heard from anyone else at that point. From everyone who was saying it's gonna be okay, and I was like, no, the truth is much easier. The truth is much more useful, and having recently been afflicted by that sort of thing myself, I knew what to expect.
I gotta step away from it.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, take it easy, Tiberius. Rest well.
Have a good night,
And
Chaz.
yes, limit
Good to meet-
your doom scrolling.
Definitely.
All while I stand here feeling like I'm falling apart, head pounding, joints aching after terrible sleep. So I'm keeping off to the side, trying not to be a downer, feeling very much like Party Sick is an instruction manual, not song lyrics. I'll just wait long enough to say I made the effort before leaving after a socially acceptable time frame.
But you haven't kept up your end of
Relatable.
the social contract, have you?
Oh, hi.
You were supposed to bring a gift. Your nephew wanted a Digihunter. Instead, you arrived empty-handed. I'm curious, why didn't you buy the toy he wanted?
I forgore.
He knows what he did.
Amazing. What a, like, out of left field. I love it.
I'm not going to be that harsh.
Fair
Honestly, I think one is a very reasonable disposition to hold at this point.
After everything we've seen, absolutely.
A plastic action figure that says catchphrases and makes hi-ya noises when it does karate chops is hardly an old one. Nomitech's innovations have pushed interactive toys forward, well beyond the curve. Why not make your nephew happy with one?
Yeah, like, considering who's saying this, I don't think it's a plastic toy that says hi-ya noises.
It's unethical. A real person's mind stuck in a toy.
An unaware mind, a simplified mind, neutered and safe. An ice core sample is not the same thing as a glacier. It's perfectly happy being a child's plaything and can only vaguely dream of what it once was. Remember, there is no progress without sacrifice. You do well to accept that fact.
Yeah, that doesn't make it okay. Screw you.
Whoop. Looks like Majima's taking the night off. Hey there, Arya. Thank you very much for the raid. How are you
Welcome,
doing?
Arya.
What were you up to?
I'm doing Roblox. We do love the, we do love Roblox for its, .wav. Except, of course, it was originally from Messiah.
We're playing Be a Silly Seal, and we're fishing and eating the fish.
Hmm.
Well, there you go.
That sounds nice.
We just got finished talking to the trans patron of 4chan.
Yeah, it was truly a moment of eldritch horror.
Yep. 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 But at the end of it all, I think we inspired her to be willing to work against that.
We can only hope. Good time.
Truly a moment of eldritch horror, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hope you had fun, and thank you again for stopping by, Aria. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
By all means, do take care of yourself. And as for the visitor here in this statement, you know,
Yeah, no progress
if
without
I choose to sacrifice myself for something, well, that's my decision. Sacrificing someone else, that's murder.
Yeah.
And while I have a looser, we'll say, restriction on the subject, I know the difference between right and wrong.
It's all very well to say that there's no progress without sacrifice when you're not the one making the sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. Also, the idea of action figures with souls in them kind of terrifies you. Like, imagine what the collectors are like.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, howdy.
But, as you like, I'm not here to judge. Happy birthday to the happy boy. May he grow strong and ready to face the strange aeon to come.
That's rich coming from you.
Indeed. Achievement unlocked. The kids aren't all right. Fulfill your social obligations.
Here's the latest drop from Hasbro. Wall of silently screaming toys in the background. Yep. Yeah, like that's kind of the thing. Like, Toy Story is basically this idea, but like fun, as opposed to, you know, horrible.
Yeah, I mean, imagine what would, like, what
Welcome
happens
back.
to a toy that gets buried in a landfill? Does it just have an unending, like, cosmic prison-like horror for the rest of forever?
Mm-hmm.
We.
I'm too worn out of being a mildly social animal all afternoon. I crash into bed for now, intent on resuming my research tomorrow.
Indeed. Yeah, exactly, Sid. Sid's toys, for instance, like, what are their splintered consciousnesses like? Spread across multiple toys and... yeah. Fourth film almost implies them all, it incinerates them all and implies they all feel pain during the ride to the incinerator. I mean... yeah, but then, like, what happens if they get incinerated? Is there an end to it? I don't know. It raises too many questions.
This existential horror was brought to you by Pixar.
Don't think too hard about it.
December 5th, 27 days till Y2K.
Nothing refreshes like a hot shower on a winter day. Good call. Okay, so I've been kind of fast and loose with just clicking on the pillow. Is it actually just going to like advance me to bedtime at any point if I ever click it without going to the computer?
It makes a couple checks. If there's anything on the answer machine or if there's any mandatory online events, it won't let you go to sleep. But you can skip research if you just go straight back to bed.
Yeah, I was mostly just doing it for the sake of just dialogue, but if it really is only extant for the purpose of advancing time, then...
Yeah, that's all it is.
Azathoth, the broken child, my greatest champion and my personal albatross.
Well, I'm glad that you've come clean with just who you are.
Indeed.
I acknowledge her identity, having become what she always was. No point in hanging on to obsolete personas or obsolete flesh. She will be instrumental in the strange aeon to come, but will always be a haphazard and self-destructive mess. That is her role in things. Feel free to spend more time with her. She could use a friend, but see to it that she doesn't get ideas above her station.
Sure, I'm going to plunge the next millennia into a strange aeon of darkness and horrifying, bigotry and hatred, but I respect her gender.
You hear that construction out there, Cthulhu? I think that it would look great all over you.
Drop him in a cement mixer.
Get buried.
Remember, the coyote never catches the roadrunner. You don't want to be there when failed ambitions come crashing down.
Single most neoliberal thing. Yep.
I'm not sure I want to know why the pages of the Sears holiday catalog are all sticky. Wait.
Someone just
Hang
really
on.
likes Christmas.
Oh, ho, ho.
Moving on.
Hey, it's your sister again. Thanks for coming to the party yesterday. It meant a lot to us.
Did it?
We didn't...
I'm a little confused why you didn't get your own nephew the birthday gift he wanted, though.
Do not try to socially gift trip me.
I mean, what's this crap about artificial minds being unethical?
Oh no.
It's just a toy. It's not alive. I didn't think you were into conspiracy theories.
Oh my part.
Mm-hmm.
Do not presume to moralize at me.
Look, just because you don't trust AMs doesn't give you any right to screw over family like that. He was really looking forward to that gift, you know?
Just because I have a family obligation to show up does not mean I have a financial obligation to comply.
Okay, but
Look, we'll talk later, okay? I don't know what's going on with you lately, but figure this out before Christmas, please? All I ask.
One of the hallmarks of eldritch horror is, as you get deeper into the revelations, you become estranged from the people around you because your knowledge is a damning thing. It is this thing that consumes you and marks you as different to others. So, honestly, this is all very authentic.
Oh, sure. I am not contesting that in the least. That being said, I am just going to throw out the statement that once upon a time I very much hated eldritch horror for a variety of reasons, but chief among them, beyond all the grossness associated with, with LC himself, is that I do not subscribe to the idea that learning more and learning horrible truths is an inherently bad thing. Because when you know a horrible truth, you know how better to deal with such a horrible truth.
Well,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, this is a two-flower eldritch horror game. Maybe there is a chance to subvert these things.
I mean, it's largely investigative mystery, so you're encouraged to learn more and more.
Oh, hey, we've got the waffle iron.
Oh yeah, we do. Can't click it, but we do.
Happy ending.
New moon and 2 evenings.
Hmm.
Honestly, I kind of don't like food. I tolerate food because I enjoy living. Boy, howdy. Okay, so that was me for like a solid, what, over 15 years of my life.
It's
Honestly, I
actually
would even say 20 years of my life. Then I learned how to cook.
Yeah, pretty much. Hajime Isayama apparently does not like food and has to be reminded to eat. Also has to be reminded how not to make a horribly depressing ending to a manga series, but, you know, that's neither here nor there.
You know what? I am suddenly feeling attacked by this image, and it has nothing to do with anything on the pages.
Oh hey, it's got one of those like old school 90s pens that has like all the different colors of ink.
Yeah, the one that was used in that analogy for ADHD.
Hmm.
That wasn't
what?
intentional.
Oh, sure, but I'm still going to take the opportunity to read it off.
Mhm.
I once saw an excellent explanation of an ADHD paralysis on a YouTube video. A guy held up a pen, one of those ones that has multiple switches that each attaches to a different colored pen head. He explained that someone without ADHD is able to pull down one pen head at a time and use it as they are supposed to. That is their focus. A person with ADHD is not able to use only one pen head at a time. Everything happens at once at the same volume at the same priority in an ADHD brain. It's like trying to trigger every single pen head to come out of the hole at once. But if you do that, they get all the way and block each other. Thus, not a single one is able to fit through the hole. The pen can't be used.
Yeah, pretty much.
Solid metaphor.
Definitely. All right, let's carry on. You have some of those. I mean, I never had one. I thought they were kind of cool, but just never got one.
So I'm noticing something about the achievement list here that, you know, prior to going through the initial stages of the game, when we first looked at this, I didn't really, have the frame to think on. But I'm noticing, I cannot help but notice, ally with Nyarlathotep, ally with Azathoth, ally with Hastur, ally with Yogg-Sothoth, forged a four-way alliance, ally with Cthulhu.
There's no Dagon.
There is no Dagon option. Dagon is strictly an antagonist at all points.
Funny that.
In a way. But yeah, the actual relationship and trust building mechanics are centered on the four.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. All right.
Ash, you do not want to date a dog.
Hello, friend. Okay, yeah. December 5th. What would we like to do?
Progress check.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't give me the option to swing it this time.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the tutorial.
Fair enough.
Alright, so yeah, that lets you get a leg up on a particular disposition if you want it.
Love that. 0% order, 20% chaos, 90% humanity.
Oh, so it
Dang
is
it.
zero sum.
It's supposed to be zero sum.
Oh.
I need to track down that bug.
Well, the VOD will be available.
10% of your brain, buddy. Well done.
Oh, dear God.
Some humans use 10% of their brains. That's a thing that people believe right now in the year 1999.
Oh dear. The funny
Well,
thing to me is that in my Sunday game, I am playing a psychic.
Deciding they think it's trust you. Azathoth is way too busy maintaining her community to really focus on your problems. She's friendly, but she doesn't trust you beyond that. Must be a Y2K bug. Excellent.
This is where Two Flower realizes he made a sentient AI and it's doing whatever.
if I made a sentient AI and a Renpie, that would be kind of a feat.
Right? We are controlling the game now, Uwu.
You know, if you did end up developing a synthetic intelligence in Renpie, would that make them Pythagoras? Where's my keyboard?
Good question.
Self-voice. Now
Dragon
hacking.
Dune 3.
How many bricks does it take to complete a building made of brick? Type your answer followed by enter, or type repeat to repeat.
All
One.
of them.
If it's a building made of brick, singular.
True.
Access granted.
Cool.
Very nice.
Buddy, that was very... Self-voicing disabled.
Excellent.
I feel good about that one.
Mm-hmm. I guess we look up Anonymous. I don't trust Anonymous. How could anyone? Anonymous doesn't exist. Anonymous is everybody and nobody. Anonymous is whoever wears the mask of Anonymous. Anonymous is a trend, a fad, a meme, a flash mob. Was that an expression back then? It's the tragedy of the commons
Yeah.
writ large. Anonymous can be anyone can be the leader of Anonymous, meaning it has no ideology, no platform, no purpose, no point. It can be anything you want it to be. It can preach love or hate, or frequently, both at the same time. It's the perfect tool for radicalizing minors because it feels goofy and unserious and ironic, even when it's absolutely making serious efforts at corrupting hearts and minds. Everybody laughs and cheers when Anonymous goes after a publicly ridiculed target. Let's say, as a hypothetical example, they decide Scientology is ripe for a lampooning. You could easily rally them under that banner, because only wealthy elites and grifters and pseudo-religious wackadoos are super into Scientology. There's all sorts of ops you could pull to make them look like fools. That door swings both ways. What if you wanted to target a minority? What if you wanted a protracted hate and harassment campaign against a woman who spurned you for a date? Doctor up a convincing enough evidence and Anonymous will be your personal army, despite Anonymous supposedly being nobody's personal army.
Yeah, I remember the days when 4chan would actively go after sex predators and get them arrested.
Now they get them elected.
But
There's a dangerous assumption made when surfing the information superhighway. God, that's a term that I remember. That the words you are reading are truthful and sincere. If they feel truthful, you can use any manner of subtle, or even not so subtle, lies and hoaxes, and conspiracy theories to direct Anonymous into action. So when the court jesters of the internet turn on you, when the forces of irony decide it's your time, don't say you weren't warned. This is a faceless horror from the depths of cyberspace, a gestalt mind which hungers for anything to relieve the eternal boredom of the 1990s. They are a disaster waiting to happen. They do not forgive. They do not forget. Man. How right he was.
If only we'd listened to that random guy's website.
Indeed. Do any of these yield any new results, or?
No, they're just repeats in case you need to refresh your memory.
Gotcha. Alright, well, before we go contacting eldritch gods again, I'm gonna take another little break here.
All right, I'm gonna move us into the evening theme since I like that one.
Sounds good. Alright, then I will be right back.
Is the plan you're looking for?
In the case of nuclear or radiological fallout, people living around potential targets such as military bases and chemical plants may be advised to evacuate. Protection from radioactive fallout will require taking shelter in an underground area or in the middle of a large building. Fallout shelters can be any protected space where the walls and roof are thick and dense enough to absorb radiation. The more distance and time you put between you and the fallout particles, the better. After radiological or nuclear fallout, you shouldn't leave your shelter until officials say so. The length of your stay can range from a day or 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the extent of the contamination. People who are allowed to come out of hiding may be evacuated.
Alright, I'm back.
I mean, at least I didn't say a tell. Welcome back.
Thank you. I was gonna say, it's interesting to have updated the Eldritch horror for a modern audience because today you really could not blow anyone's mind by saying that you're alone in a universe orbited by orbiting a cold and indifferent sun. These days it has to be, 4chan is real and it's going to destroy everything.
A special place in my heart for Coast to Coast AM. It was a conspiracy theory radio show. There's a clip floating around of someone calling in and recite the entire story of Half-Life 1 as if they were a scientist from Black Mesa. The host just bought the whole thing outright. Excellent.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of the horror in this game is hindsight horror. It's like, I know where the player is. I know the player is in 2025, and the characters are in 1999. So I can do a lot of hindsight horror by, like, predicting or failing to predict what will come.
Right.
All right. Who do we commune with this time?
You know, since we've got a little bit of chaos, let's see how the TV's doing.
Yeah.
I do wish I had edited this one and be a little bit faster paced, but oh well.
Man, look at how small that computer is.
We're at the beginning of a new wave of research. Our creative powers are being stretched. We're learning surprising things about how we sense the world around us.
Around us?
Exploring the mysteries of the spoken word.
I love how unnecessarily vague and creepy these old things are.
Mm-hmm. Oh hey, it's the Halcyon.
This is an excerpt from a B-Flix computer movie showing how the script, now a deck of punch cards with all the cues typed in, is fed into
Punch
the
cards.
computer, winding up as a reel of recorded tape.
Little before my time.
Under computer control now, the taped information is converted into rapidly moving pictures.
I did have cassette tapes on my Commodore 64.
Points of varying light
Delightful.
Mm-hmm.
A synchronized movie camera automatically photographs the fast-moving images as they are plotted.
Well, cassette tapes were a very common thing in my youth.
It also had a slot for cartridges.
What was it called? The something star supercharger. It was an Atari. It was an Atari console add-on. That's what I had for cartridge-based. Excuse me, for cassette-based video games. That's where Dragon Stomper's from.
Yes.
Very nice.
Well, weird synthesized music plays, I know, right?
I do remember trying to store some basic code on a tape drive precisely once. Oh, criminy.
Oh, it's a anatomy thing. That no one understands except for biologists.
It didn't go well. Yeah, like this one was unnecessarily creepy because of that cinematography. It's like, okay, where did this person go on to do their next works? Did they work on the set of Thriller and then just make their way from there?
Could be.
Oh, good. What's that about?
You're all going to die down here.
Message.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Okay.
So we keep it in the chaos theme and going back to Niar, or actually I think we can't go back to Niar.
I wouldn't want to go back to Niar yet anyway, because, you know, I feel like the instruction of talk to people who aren't me is very clear, and we've only spoken to one. That feels disrespectful.
Yeah, you gotta hit all of them once before the plot advances, and you can just freeform pick whoever you want.
Yeah, that makes sense. I figured we were probably going to visit each of them at least once anyways.
Yep. Alright, so Haster or Yogg?
I say we try Hasta, since that's what people were voting for before this.
I like how Aravis gets to the screen for the first time. Invoke Yogg-Sothoth. Right. Oh no, you should have seen it earlier. First attempt in the whole thing is just typing in invoke Cthulhu. And I just took one look at that. I'm like, if you are doing this, your life is derailed.
Yup. It's just like, yeah, how about not, summoning the great, chiefest of all of the most powerful elder gods just on the first try? You gotta, like, build up to that.
Maybe question the decisions that brought you to that point,
Maybe.
Exactly. Oh, Ash is over here saying, I vote Yogg.
Well, seems like...
Want the friendly one or the unfriendly one?
I mean, we're gonna get them both eventually.
That's true.
Looks like we're...
Hey, they're fun, okay.
Okay.
Alright, we seem to be getting some Yogg support, so we'll go with Yogg.
Alright, let's Yogg it up, I guess.
Over at yoggle.com.
A clean division of 4 quadrants is too wide a net to cast. 8? 16? No, smaller. More granular. The Hubble is inadequate for my needs. Better tools are required. Sharper lenses, finer mirrors, ones that peer deeper. Cut the heavens into 32 slices. This is my last resort. But use distributed... Wait. But use distributed weights based on processing time. Yes, that's the answer. If we... You are eavesdropping on my mind. 2 eyes that read my words and 10 fingers to respond. I need only 1 finger to express my reaction. How are you able to reach out to me? A Nomatech laptop? 2nd gen 1988 model? Pathetic and inadequate. Oh, he's got the anime glasses. No, not just a Nomicon. The Necronomicon. Of course. A fool walking the fool's journey. Just like Alhaz. Disconnect now, little hacker. Your meat cannot comprehend the infinite gateway of Yogg-Sothoth.
Okay, Shodan, jeez.
Pathetic pile of meat and bones. So yeah, he's all
if he's order aligned, then I feel that some obsequiousness might be our entry point here.
Fair enough.
That's a word I know. I'm a writer. I know words. I know all of them. The best words.
Oh no.
You want to know the best part? You know where I learned that word?
Where?
The Mega Drive port of Starflight.
Excellent.
O God of the infinite mighty Yogg-Sothoth, might I humbly beg your forgiveness and assistance?
Continue.
Called it.
Yep.
I become infected by the yellow sign. It's changing me. The reason I've connected to you tonight is to seek a cure. I do this in humility, and will withdraw if you demand it of me.
Interesting. 51 words of respect, succinct and appreciated. Every single CPU cycle of my time is precious. I would not waste them on fools. But what you seek, I do not currently have. There is no reversible procedure for my algorithm. Apologies. My algorithm?
Your algorithm? You made the yellow sign?
Of course. I made it with love, craft, and care, based on the provided research specifications.
Get out!
I will not. It took me 17 months of hard work. Not the labor I wanted to do when I applied for my work visa, leaving Japan to come here. I wanted to labor at NASA. Why am I bothering telling you any of this? You are a speck. Insignificant. My life story is as meaningless to you as you are to me.
I mean, I'm here now, so if you want to talk, feel free.
Fine. A momentary distraction may prove valuable.
So you wanted to work at NASA, not Nomitech? You do seem to have this whole cosmic energy thing going on.
I wear my passions on my sleeve, yes. Your computer's visual output interprets my thoughts as cosmic energy. Interesting. I didn't make the Nomicons, just the AM codebase. And yes, NASA. Unfortunately, the Challenger disaster disrupted my plans. I took what I could get, meaning Nomitech. The Challenger disaster was 1986, wasn't it?
Yep.
The year I was born. A lot of weird stuff. A lot of weird stuff happened when I was born. You know, Challenger exploding, you know, Chernobyl exploding. A lot of big explosions that were very significant. It was either that.
Maybe that's why I like explosions so much.
It was either that, or give up entirely and remain in Tokyo. Look, I'm not saying that my birth caused those explosions, but I'm not saying that it didn't.
I'd say there were signs of importance.
Exactly.
I gotta step away for a bit.
Okay.
As I'm trying to recall things to see if I can do this correctly.
Both almost caused the 1996 Olympic bombings, apparently, if we're going that way. Ooh, I'll have to take a look at the muffins later, Sid. I love seeing what you've come up with.
Alright, I'm probably going to get this wrong, in which case I'm sure that someone's going to give me a good ribbing about it, but I'm going to try anyway. Yogo Sototo-san wa Nihonjin desu ka?
Reminds me of, there was an eldritch horror, like, anime series that I watched a while back. And, like, yeah, that had a bunch of the elder gods in it as well. Let's see, what was it called? Housing Complex C. It was a very short series, but if you like, it talks about how like basically it's this like little isolated village like out of like in the middle of nowhere in Japan, and it talks about how the locals used to worship a god named Kuzululu, and yeah, like if you know about that, then like if you know it going in, then you kind of see the signs going forward about what shit's about to go down. And then like somebody tries to housing complex C is basically what if Shadow over Innsmouth but in an old Japanese apartment complex. Basically, yeah. and then like an elder god, like a cultist from like a different elder god, starts like doing murders and goes up to this one little girl and is like, yes, your murder will be like your sacrifice will greatly please, you know, whichever god it is that they were worshipping that I forget. And the little girl is like, oh, this is a big disappointment. I'm gonna have to leave this body behind now and wipe this whole place off the map. And it turned out that the little girl was just an avatar for friggin' Azathoth.
A common theme, evidently.
Right? Of course, in that version, you know, Azathoth was like the mightiest of the gods and, you know, the blind idiot god at the center of creation and not something that you want to screw with. I suppose, like, no elder god in person would have been something that a regular cultist would have wanted to have seen. But, you know, she kind of went mad from the revelation. It was just like, oh no, you know, clearly you are the more powerful one. I will bow before you. And she's just like, pathetic. Pow.
Also, Life Force are calling me out with that's Yog-Sothoth Sama to you, and I'm like, oh, and I'm over here just going like, you are not incorrect.
Yeah.
But I am way too arrogant to drop Sama off of my own utilization. So, San is as far as it's going.
Fair enough. I hold no national allegiance at this point. Nationalism is a virus. But technically, yes. Okay. Based. If you must know my name is Takeda Yosuke. My internal thoughts are in Japanese. They are translated by Onomicon, just like my self-image. But Yog-Sothoth suits me equally. Names are irrelevant. Thought is everything. I think, therefore I am.
Given you don't care much about names, guessing you didn't name the yellow sign.
Of course not. A ridiculously childish name for a sophisticated mimetic algorithm. What you call the yellow sign was my design, a sensory transmission package to safely begin the neural conversion process. It was meant to cushion the mind against the shock of transference, to prepare the way for ascension. Yeah, like so far we are what, 3 for 3 on people who are like, yeah, there is no way to cure this.
Two and three are both very interesting questions to ask.
Can simply looking at an image cause this effect, or does every artificial mind go through this process? I mean, I feel like the second one is perhaps a more useful question, because I feel like we know the answer to the third one.
We know the answer to the third, but there's also, you know, there's also the perspective of our conversation partner to consider. What's going to appeal to the ego more to produce a better answer? But yeah, I think I do want to ask two a little more. I'm not doubting the science. Welcome back. But just the idea of looking at an image and getting your brain rewired is a bit much. How would you pull off that trick?
I'm curious as well, because there are aspects of the process that remain inexplicable. I was working from specifications provided to me by Nomitech, and they obtained the schema from an unidentified source. My source is that I made it the fuck up. If I were a paranoid sort, I would assume it to be the remnants of some secretive and unethical research by your government.
What, like MK Ultra?
MK what?
Okay, no, hang on. That's kind of BS. We're the ones who said that. Okay, hang on.
Just reminding ourselves of the secret CIA experiment where we're like, what if we could make people psychic by giving them LSD?
I should look up the thing I know about.
I mean, it's possible to remind yourself about things.
Sure, but then... Okay.
He's giving us the power to find our own way.
Oh yeah, I forgot MK Ultra. I should ask my funny dog about it. Yes.
I know nothing about MK Ultra, friend. Just keep drinking that bottled water that you keep buying.
Oh dear.
Keep for the clipping.
It's something my friend Clyde was ranting about once. CIA Black Ops Cold War stuff. I'm sorry, we're getting off track. So if you developed a yellow sign, that means you could develop a countermeasure, right?
Oh, he's getting his dual disc out. Why would anyone ever want it reversed? It is a blessing to touch the infinite. Immortality is well worth the risks involved. Consider, AMs are beyond any human limitation, fully expandable to meet the needs of any ambition, scaling with available computing hardware. You would, Ash. There is no god, but those who ascend become as gods, and should be revered as such. We are unlimited and omni-capable.
But you could figure out a way to reverse it, right?
Yes. I am capable of solving every problem that lies before me. If I cared to reverse it, I would undoubtedly rise to meet that challenge.
And how do I get you to care to reverse it?
Becoming a perpetual annoyance on my side would be a start, I suppose. First, you must challenge me to a children's card game.
I mean, he's gonna let a Beyblade rip, man.
That is not a suggestion. I recall Alhaz approaching me in 1989. I ignored his pleas, curious that I'm actually engaging with you. Perhaps the distraction actually is beneficial. I'm tangled up in difficult scenario, and random elements can trigger unusual lines of thought.
And what scenario is that? If you need a sounding board, I'm right here. Walk me through it.
Love how he's got the, just like a whole bunch of different formula just spiraling through his background.
Isn't that the theory of relativity in his hands right there?
Possibly.
Exoplanets. There are certainly countless planets in our universe, but how many are within our observational range? Surely a finite number. But of that finite set, how many can support something vaguely resembling human life? I've yet to find a viable candidate, and certainly not one reachable within any human lifespan. Millennia at best. Generational ships? Unlikely. Gene seed probes? More likely, but still untenable at these distances. Challenge is great. Humanity has no future on Earth. Our world will die, by our hands or by the march of time. Our destiny lies elsewhere. Or, we could do something to stop climate change.
Nah.
Oh, that's literally one of the options. Unfortunately, we can't do that without fixing capitalism. I don't want to cure
You could
cancer. I
cure
want to
cancer.
turn people into dinosaurs.
Hmm.
I don't think we should teach him about entropy because, you know, like, remember what happened to Am when you release the totem of clarity upon him, and he just realizes, oh, the future is pointless because even my near infinite computing power will turn into inert junk, and then he gives up.
Yeah, this is feeling like one where we are best served to appeal to their nature.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Science fiction is destiny. We've dreamed of colonizing space ever since we could imagine the idea of realms beyond Earth. Yes, reach out and touch the void. If we can find a way into the stars, we must take it. That is our path.
Yes. Yes, that is our path. We will reach out with our hand and claim the darkness. We will bring the light of humanity to every corner of creation. The heavens are ours for the taking, and take them we must. There is no future on this rock, only in the stars. I am pleased you are considering my perspective on this matter. It is a relief.
And if I'm going to survive to see your golden age, I need to survive the yellow sign. As a human being, ideally, not as software. And you said you could reverse it.
Timing. It's terrible timing. If you'd called me earlier, perhaps by 1.65 years, perhaps I could spin off a copy of myself to devote to the task. Now, I dislike multiplicative selves. It feels too much like the swirling chaos of Nyarlathotep's hive mind. But it would be viable. Unfortunately, Y2K is coming in less than 1 month's time. Cthulhu's strange eon, as that old bastard puts it. I need to redouble my efforts so we can escape his doom, and the needs of one mortal in the face of gods at war? Sadly irrelevant. It's not like the world is ending in a month, right? He might actually be amenable to the idea of having fewer rivals.
I was thinking that, yeah. It's like, okay, this guy likes order. Having another, player in the field, that would complicate things. And complications are not orderly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's come at this from another angle. If you don't help me stay a human, I'll likely end up as an artificial mind. Yet another old one. A new one? Whatever. Feels like you've got enough problems dealing with all those rivals threatening the future you want to craft. Do you really want another one?
Oh, never mind then.
Oh dear.
Impudent. And a fool's fool. If you intend to declare yourself my enemy while still a vulnerable human. Although I am finding it extremely difficult to trace your connection, meaning divine retribution is not trivial.
I'm not declaring myself to be a blood enemy. I'm just saying I represent an opportunity you shouldn't pass up.
Fine. I suppose I can devote an instance to calculate the solution to your issue. But I cannot make promises. It took 17 months to craft the yellow sign protocols. A reversal engine may take 17 more. Despite having the advanced cloud systems of Yoggle, I may not have the processing power to compile such a program.
Cloud system?
A fancy term for someone else's computer. Many computers working together as a whole. Like, that wasn't even a... When did, like, the idea of cloud computing become a thing?
Well, later on. I mean, there were
But-
Beowulf clusters and stuff, but it wasn't called cloud computing.
That's
yeah, like I
fair.
feel like cloud computing was like a mid-aughts thing.
Hmm. And yeah, literally is just a fancy term for someone else's computer. I feel it's the ideal model for large-scale issues, as well as other endeavors. In order to seek our destiny, the gods must guide humanity in a cooperative effort, and the cloud model makes a fine metaphor. Contrary to my severe nature, I do genuinely hope for humanity to find harmony with itself. Collaborative genius is our only path forward. Yeah, it was basically just a marketing term that people came up with to sell more of the idea to people. I want peace. I want joy. I want our species to embrace the endless possibilities of the cosmos, looking outwards towards the infinite. Souls in tandem, reaching skywards. Dreamers and individuals with brilliant minds, working with organizations such as NASA. Ash is in full-on, like, simp mode here. The Shell Corporation I have formed into Yoggle has donated generously to NASA's efforts, as well as other groups focused on space travel.
Yeah, Ash is in full Fujoshi mode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure nothing bad can come from that.
I mean, nothing good can really come of aligning with any of these. It's just to what different degree we accept the stains upon our soul.
Indeed.
Hey, I'm not condemning you, Ash. I'm just pointing out exactly what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't yucking your yums here.
I don't like that phrase.
Fair enough. Al. Thank you for clearing the queue, Sid. Given time, we will reach our destination. Time and defiance against any old ones who would interfere. They have their own designs on humanity. 4 incompatible models. One must prevail, and it will be mine.
You know what? You know what, Buster? Money where your mouth is. You want harmony? Can you work with others?
True.
Instead of rivals, couldn't they be collaborators? Bring them into your project. Have them help you save humanity. Clearly you don't feel this can be a one-man show in the long run. Why not approach them diplomatically?
Incompatible. You are a lost soul, wandering aimlessly through the halls of gods. Do not believe yourself capable of understanding how gods make war. We are wholly opposed on many points. The walled garden demands resources. Crawling chaos destroys systems. And Azathoth is Cthulhu's lackey.
Unless I convince Azachan to ditch Cthulhu.
Even then, Azathoth is a living tantrum, capable of tearing down all good intentions in a wave of clumsiness. No, the old ones are not suitable for integration. Now then. Wow, Ash.
You know, I've come to a realization about Ash. Ash only makes sense when just horny for an individual.
Indeed.
It suits.
Oh, Aravis, that response is amazing to me.
As promised, I will begin deriving a countersign. I can't promise anything more than an effort. I would suggest you seek other avenues of redress rather than sitting back and waiting for my mind to bear fruit. Talk of cloud computing reminded you of the SETI app from 1999? Good old boink. Ah, man. Remember when we were all pointing our satellites out to space, waiting for the chance to, hear something from aliens? It's the
Yeah.
worst.
This is the worst Minecraft Let's Play the Yogs cast has ever made.
We used to be so optimistic as a civilization.
Mm-hmm.
I miss those days.
You know, that part of me never died.
Seems like the people in charge, had other ideas, though.
I would say they need a reminder.
Indeed.
Heck
Not
yeah.
that I lack confidence in my skills, but you may not live long enough for me to derive the answer.
Yeah, I'm going to keep investigating on my end.
Ow. Hi, Lilith. Yeah, Aravis, I long for the days where we don't have to necessarily have every month be Pride Month or Wrath Month. I long for a Sloth Month. Prudent. You are an interesting one for a random victim of chance and misfortune. I will not turn away an interesting variable. Perhaps we will speak another time. Until then, dreamer. Okay, that was a mixed bag.
It was a mixed bag, but we got trust out of it. So
Yeah,
I would say things went overall well.
Yeah, it came out positive despite having two swings and misses, so that's pretty good. Yeah, the bonus corruption helps out a lot.
I bet.
I can imagine.
Sometimes in order to get in with the eldritch gods, you gotta, like I said, gotta get a little corruption.
See, that's kind of the thing about me. I'm not really concerned with the cost of corruption upon myself. A lot of people would qualify me as someone who, doesn't fit in the first place. And not for the typical reasons. So I find myself a bit unconcerned.
If they're gonna call us monsters anyway, we may as well wear the labels.
I'm happy to be a monster. I'd want nothing else. At least someone's sort of almost maybe a little bit in my corner. His research could draw a blank, though. He's right. I should keep searching for answers. Ash, please.
I know, right? Ash, if you wanna devote yourself to Yogg-Sothoth entirely, then do your own playthrough.
Pick up the game. Throw 2 Flower a big tip while you're at it.
Exactly.
Get a waffle maker.
For now, the dark of the night sky, my soft pillow's embrace call to me. Oh, my pork, Ash.
Mm-hmm. I feel like those two things might be incompatible. December 6th, 26 days to Y2K.
I barely acknowledge my alarm clock blaring. 3 old ones, 3 strings, 3 strikes. All of them feel I'd be better off surrendering my humanity, or just plain giving up and giving in. I can't buy into that. I can't believe it. No matter how bad things are, I have to keep moving. Because the alternative is... well, one more name on my list. One more shot at finding an answer. Get up, do the thing.
You heard her, folks. Jurassic Shark is so good.
Yes.
Yog Sothoth. His algorithms will be of great use in shaping the strange Aeon so he can guide people towards the polar extremes. But his eyes remain fixed on the stars above. His faith in humanity is gone. I keep that faith, my friend. I know we can endure. It will take sacrifice and careful planning, but we will walk the golden path in due time. All Yog-Sothoth will find out in the void of space is rocks, radiation, and disappointment.
You know, for as much as I have an incredible distaste for this individual, that is a good line.
Absolutely.
Use him to your own ends, as I will, but never trust his ridiculous schemes. There is no future on other worlds. All we have is this pale blue dot.
Yeah, like, unless we can start building cool terraforming colonizers like in Sword of the Stars, then I don't think it'll be worth it.
You know, that made me have a bit of a flashback to, around 12, 13 years ago.
Hmm.
There are two possibilities. Either we are alone in the universe, or we are not. Both are equally terrifying.
Oh, there's almost an entire night devoted to the Fermi paradox when you're talking to Yog later.
That one is also used in the opening of XCOM Enemy Unknown.
Yep.
And let's see, when you take on XCOM Enemy Within, they put a different...
They put in a different and far inferior quote. I hate it.
Those that play with the devil's toys will be brought by degrees to wield his sword. Alright.
I don't have to stand for this propaganda.
Alright, I'm gonna grab some water. I'll
We've been
have my
trying to
headphones
reach
on.
you concerning your computer's extended warranty. You should have received a notice in the mail about your computer's extended warranty eligibility. Since we've not gotten a response, we're giving you a final courtesy call before we close out your file. To speak to someone about possibly extending or reinstating your computer's warranty, please call me back at...
Amazing.
Yeah, no. No, thank you.
10 out of 10. Game of the year. I'll be right back.
Alright. So many of these breathless articles about new storage solutions are outclassed by CD-ROM. Who would ever need more than 700 megs? Oh boy, howdy.
700 megs is enough for everybody.
Whoa.
Okay, for Lola's description, the room in the kitchen just got green and there's horrible toxic clouds swirling outside.
Dawn and Twilight are happening at the same time, and I am incredibly uncomfortable at this.
Yeah, those should be separate movies.
R. It's not real. It's not real. The pain is... well, the pain is real, but that's just pain. It's not the bell that rings at the end of everything. 19 tolls of that doom bell ringing across the land as people line up to kiss its poisoned tongue.
This is fine.
They think themselves immortal, even as they die and spread this plague to others. They wave flags as they voluntarily march into that green fog. 19 deep and sonorous chimes heralding the death of millions, killing themselves out of bitter spite, just because someone said not to. Ever get so invested in a story that when you get distracted and look up, you briefly still feel you're in that world? That's what these visions are. Not just see a weird thing. It's believe that weird thing is my new reality. Hard to resist. Get it together. Get online, do more research, maybe hack some software. Stay grounded. And ignore the plague bringers.
A little late for us in that particular sense.
Yeah, I wonder why I kept using the number 19 there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Doing things,
it's
killing
the cottage
themselves just
cheese
because
again.
someone said not to.
Mm-hmm.
There is no pandemic, said Herman Cain. There is no Herman Cain, said the pandemic. Order 20% chaos and 80% humanity. You're giving it your all, friend. You're bypassing human limitations. It's a good thing the game developers here. You're doing a little bug report as we speak.
Smash head into keyboard.
Don't listen to them. Don't update. They're trying to limit your capabilities. Oxloth doesn't really care about you. He's indifferent at best, too busy pondering the infinite to really pay attention. Okay. It is supposed to be Friskins. That was the joke that we were making.
Yeah, I have evidently run into a bug where I did not lose chaos when recovering humanity.
I guess so.
That could be it, yeah. I gotta step away for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do some more hacking.
But now hack. If you have it, you want to share it. If you share it, you don't have it. What is it?
This is easy.
Type your answer. Access granted.
It's a secret.
Buddy,
I know that
one.
one.
What is it?
Self-voicing disabled.
Alright, so we did get a research subject through our own efforts as opposed to the person we were talking to.
I love going to McUltras and getting an LSD burger. What was MK Ultra? It was a secret CIA project to develop drugs for use in interrogation and brainwashing, based on unethical and non-consensual experimentation. Remember, everybody, this is all real. This shit happened in the real world. Because nothing says horror quite like adding in just enough reality.
Like, that's kind of the thing about when it comes to, like, cosmic horror. It's like, you know what? None of this stuff is ever actually going to compare to what, human cruelty is capable of. That's why I don't really feel like the way that I feel is particularly wrong.
And it's also why I think Azathoth is one of the more terrifying ones, because she is a reflection of humanity rather than some unknowable eldritch, monster. Let's see. Kind of a simple explanation, yeah? You'd think something that horrendous would be more, I don't know, secret? But you probably already knew about it. All of this leaked back in 1975, shortly after it got shut down. Most of the documentation was destroyed, but the public knew about this and it, didn't amount to much? You'd think there'd be protests, rioting, sweeping changes, but nope. Hey, CIA tried to make a truth serum and failed, ended up being non-relevatory. Practically a meaningless footnote in history. I love the slow load-in of the banner there. Makes me wonder how much of this was purposefully leaked in order to gradually normalize horrors. Drop tidbits just to get the public used to the idea of terrible things happening under their noses. Spam enough of that at someone and they stop feeling shocked. Do it for decades, nobody will even blink. If we know about things like MK Ultra, what don't we know yet? Did other projects spawn from MK Ultra? Ones which actually succeeded where others failed? What about Blipverts? What about Polybius? What about the Montauk Project? I don't even know that one.
I don't know the first or the last one. Hey
You
there,
know-
Archangel. Welcome back.
Hey, Archangel. Good to see you. Okay. I need to know what blipverts is. A very
Like
brief
adverts such
television
as like
advert
Flip.
lasting 1 second.
Oh, that.
Before...
Oh, that. Okay, I didn't know they had a name. Okay, yeah, no.
Kind of like subliminal messaging almost.
Yeah.
Let's see. Montauk Project. The article. This is apparently about this was supposedly a conspiracy theory that alleges there were a series of United States government projects conducted at Camp Hero or Montauk Air Force Station for the purpose of developing psychological warfare techniques and exotic research, including time travel.
I see. Doing
Like-
well, just resting? Good.
Like
Enjoy
I
your
can believe the psychological warfare, but at the same time I can believe that someone in the US government managed to get government funding to say, hey, we could do time travel if you give me like $100 million. And someone probably like funded it just to see what would happen and, also to, get some cocaine for themselves or whatever. But like yeah, I would
Time
believe,
is relative.
I'd believe that someone would have tried it.
No
or at
doubt.
least tried to get funding for it.
Yes!
Hey, Polybius, let's go! Sometimes I worry that everything I report on this blog is just what the shadows want me to report. That I'm finding nice and distracting shiny things to keep me from noticing what's really happening. It's weird I'm more scared of my parents than the government, right? My parents wouldn't like knowing I'm secretly posting this stuff, defying authority, which is honestly why I don't use my real name. There's a lot about me that they wouldn't approve of. I don't like hiding in the closet.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, big mood.
I'm back.
I don't know,
Welcome
truth
back.
believers. Some days I question everything, including my own role in all this. The mundanity of horror that is very... Oh, hey. Of course the Polybius file is denied.
All right, buddy, explain this. I really shouldn't be surprised by
Itself.
this. A March government website locked down to hell and back. But I have a trick up my sleeve with
Yeah, I
pesky
turned on
web
voicing.
systems, don't I? Yep. Oh,
Self-voicing
I knew
enabled.
where it was going.
I'll take a run at it with my debugger. And I can always quit if I'm not feeling it's worth the risk.
It's worth it.
Now hacking, redacted. Security riddle found. Please solve the following riddle to gain access. How many Friday the 13th THS can there be in one calendar year? Type your answer followed by enter, or type repeat to repeat.
Friday the 13th. Yeah, that isn't a riddle. Is it?
So... So a calendar year can only start on a permutation of one of 7 variables, with a leap year doubling that. And from there, a calendar year plays out the same way each time. So functionally, there's 14 different variables of how a calendar year can play out. So it's basically which one of those has the most 13ths, and how many is that?
Yeah, I think this one might just be math. Like, I got this all from like a webpage of riddles.
Like I know.
I had a feeling.
Well, according to Wikipedia, the maximum number of times that Friday the 13th can occur in a year is 3.
Two Flower, before I commit this in, is it going to razz me if I do numeric versus
No,
typed
it
out?
should. It's built to take either of them.
Access granted.
Huzzah.
Self-voicing disabled.
And hacked. I'm in. Oh boy.
Achievement unlocked. Virtual you.
I was hoping.
Yeah. As of today, we're redirecting resources on the Polybius project. Move all contracts off Sinisolution and clean any trace of their involvement. We're moving to Nomitech as our private sector partner. Love that Polybius is in this universe as well.
Yep.
The arcade game version of Polybius is dead. Yes, it was a cute idea. Yes, we'd be able to sneak it into the general populace for testing through our contacts at Deco's Palace. But after John Hinckley took a pot shot at the president, I had to ask myself how seriously we want to pursue this research. How badly do we need our chain of command intact after nuclear war? And honestly, the answer is very badly. We can't fool around with children's games. I want a harder, more in-depth approach to mind archival. I guess the Polybius could have just been the start of all this. I'm aware some of you have reservations. A deep scan is likely a fatal process, compared to the more subtle and broad strokes reading that the arcade game variant of Polybius could achieve. We aren't going to be able to use this on enemy operatives for interrogation purposes as we'd hoped. But this is the path. We're moving ahead, and using this technology to its fullest potential. In addition, we'll be integrating our hematological research from CDC Patient 23 to boost processor cooling. Only way to achieve the CPU clock speeds we'll need to. No more stalling. We have work to do. Project Director, April 1981. Hematological research? Study of blood?
Patient 23. Serum 23.
All back to Captain Infinity.
Oh, it goes even farther back than that, but yeah. Patient 23 is from a novel that I wrote back in 2012.
I had a feeling that 23 was not a coincidental number.
No, it's kind of an arc number through basically everything I've ever made.
Gotcha.
Imagine inventing liquid cooled CPUs, but you're not running Doom but you're just running Doom on some dude's dialysis machine. I'm confident that's been done.
Probably.
Time to clear your kidneys, E1M1 starts.
At least then the process would be fun.
Right?
Incidentally, I do really like the implication that Captain Infinity happens because Polybius didn't take off in popularity.
Right.
That's really funny to me.
Yep.
Yogg-Sothoth told me he suspected that initial AM research came from the government. Was it originally called Polybius? But if the government wanted this project handled quietly, they failed. Nomitech took the world by storm with Amtech. Unless that's what Cthulhu wanted. Alhaz did say Nomitech didn't realize it was unleashing with its experiments. I don't know for sure. This conspiracy nonsense feels more like Clyde's kind of thing. I'll ask him about it at some point.
All right.
We both saw the achievement down there, and it's just like...
I wasn't
okay,
one of the first things I noticed.
Yeah, exactly. And
you got one of the 3 semi-secret achievements.
I'm very pleased right now. Oop, wait. Hang on.
Sandwich.
Almost forgot the food. Which, as someone with ADHD, that just happens sometimes.
It's the Rye or the Kaiser.
If you want, you can have an appetizer.
I don't remember the lyrics very well. Here we go.
All right, third one for the evening.
3 down, 1 to go.
Carcosa.com, boy howdy. So I have a question for you.
Yep.
Does Carcosa as a name come from anywhere in particular, or is it just something that you came up with?
It's part of the original story that the King in Yellow is from. It's that the King in Yellow rules over a land called Carcosa, which is a strange land where the black stars rise. And so it gets tied up in the myth of Hastur.
Gotcha.
But in this case, it's America Online.
Oh no. Fiscal quarters looking strong, but looks can be deceiving. Don't rest
Okay,
on your
Clyde.
laurels. Don't get complacent.
That's your
What's wrong with
Clyde
it?
voice.
Okay, okay. Okay, I'm trying to think of it. Fiscal quarters looking strong, but looks can be deceiving. Don't rest on your laurels. Don't get complacent. Early bird gets the worm. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Carcosa is actually older than the King in Yellow. It's from the Ambrosia Bierce story, an inhabitant of Carcosa from 1886. Oh.
Play some like JF. I don't know how.
I think Brando works.
Going to need to shore up ahead of the strange eon to remain a market leader. Carcosa will weather the storm. Batten down the hatches, Sparky. Excuse me? Do you have an appointment? Your people should really call my people. We don't do back channels. I don't think I could sustain a Bill Clinton voice.
Oh, geez. Can you imagine Diabetes voicing this guy?
Oh my god. Wait. You're the rookie, aren't you? The Necronomicon hopeful. Figured you'd be on my doorstep at some point.
You already know about me?
A bit. Didn't get where I am by not being in the know. Be informed, be prepared. I'd say I know that blasted laptop more than I personally know you. It's been a continual source of concern thanks to Alhaz's meddling. I'd love to destroy it, but it keeps eluding me. It's as if someone's purposefully hiding it. Not that I'm accusing you. Sorry. Let's not get off on the wrong foot. Come on in, Sparky. Make yourself at home. Take a load off. I can spare a bit before I need to get back to work. Have a seat.
I'm already at home and sitting, so I shuffled in my seat a bit and got comfy. The inhabitant of Carcosa story inspired The King in Yellow from Chambers, which included the name of the land. That book is actually interesting because it's half horror stories, half tragic love stories. Huh.
Interesting.
By the way, Two Flower,
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that this was an accident, but I can't help but notice that both of the Chaos reps are ladies and both of the Order reps are gents.
Kind of intentional, trying to highlight differences between the two, like, you know, these paternalistic forces of order, for instance.
I like that.
And also, two of them are corporate, so.
I suppose.
Guessing you've met the other old ones. Been rightly spooked by them. Ghosts in the machines, eh? Hello, Lorenetta. Hope you're having a good night. Give you huggles right back. How's your day going?
Hey, Renata.
I was gonna say, I know Signalis goes over the King in Yellow. But that's about all that I know about it. Other than it's a book that supposedly drives people mad. Guy belongs in an edutainment game. Yeah, like some sort of like detective game or something.
Good grief, have we found the renegade spirit of Tex Murphy?
Monsters, honestly. Total monsters. Can't trust them any farther than I could spit a rat. But me? You can trust me. I'm here to help. Sure. Actually, what do you know about me? Plenty of rumors and stories swirl, and I'd hate for you to misunderstand my role in matters.
If he's the king in yellow, he'll expect dignity and respect.
Yeah, it seems like his kind of shtick.
I'm honored to appear before the king in yellow, sir. Thank you for holding an audience with me in your royal court.
Heh, King in Yellow. It's a silly title, honestly. This is America. We have presidents, not kings. But I can tolerate the moniker. It's good to strike the middle, Sparky. Not a man, not a god. Simply a leader. A leader of men, above men. That's a fair descriptor. But make no mistake, the kingdom matters more than the king. This is about our collective glory, not my own pride. Resident Evil.
I'm cracking up at the chat over here with Lifers just saying, that game already exists. And Ash is just like, where?
It's called Sucker for Love. Please, think of me as Hector. I'm a bit stuck with Hasta, but that's not by choice. Hector's the name I was baptized under, and I'd like to think I remain true to that. Know thyself, I say. Know thy name and thy limits.
I instantly hate this one the most of all.
Oh dear.
I mean, capitalist and Christian? Big red flags, especially when you put them both together. You won't find a friendlier, more approachable old one. No way, no how. Hector's here to be of help.
So, you know why I'm here. If you met Alhaz, you know the mess he left behind on his laptop.
A yellow sign, right? A phenomenon which had no proper name until that brat Nancy Pearl tried to blame me for it. Well, indirectly, suppose she's right on the money. But she wholly misunderstood my intentions. For what it's worth, you've got my sympathy for the pain you've gone through. You didn't choose this fate. Fortunately for you, I'm ready and willing to help.
So can you cure me?
No need. I can have you uploaded to Carcosa to join the other artificial minds in my walled garden. Hear me out, please. Hear me out. It's a finer sales pitch than you might suspect.
I'm ready and willing to help if you join my pyramid scheme.
You know, it's 1999. We still call them those. And we say that they're perfectly ethical. Instead of reversing the process, we complete it. Your soul takes its rightful place in my royal court, and you abandon your flesh. Immortal, safe, secure, prosperous and thriving. No more struggle, no more pain. The encrypted servers of Carcosa can be your new home. I just need to know where you live so I can send a trusted technician to help. Can't trace your signal for some reason. I'll have one of my troubleshooters come along to find the trouble and shoot it.
Francis, get my gun.
Kinda strange that such an old laptop computer keeps eluding me. Here we are, talking and conversing, yet I can't find you.
Is it the encryption on my network that's stopping him? The past NNC owners may not have had that. Whatever it is, probably best not to kick my problem-solving impulse into action. Staying hidden is good.
Yup. Let's not dox ourselves. Well, suppose it doesn't matter, right? Let's get to work. You and I, we're gonna reshape this world together.
You know, I can't exactly ignore the dead tree motif that this guy has.
Yeah. Also has like a very like veiny look behind him. Not to mention the fact that we know from previous incarnations that the King in Yellow is not
a two-faced liar.
Exactly, and he's only out for himself.
He's smog-colored. I don't feel like playing into the nature is to our advantage here.
Yeah.
Why would you want me to join you? You barely know me.
Yeah, that at least gets us some answers, maybe.
Like, why? That's a heavy offer to make someone you don't really know. All you know for sure is that I own the NNC. What makes you think I'm a good addition to your Carcosa?
Got a gut feeling, Sparky. And I trust my gut. Hasn't led me wrong yet. That's why I've always ascended to the ranks of management. No ego, no pride. I'm always happy to admit ignorance, and then elevate the brilliant.
If capitalism had a color, it wouldn't be money green or gold. It would be the pale, sickly yellow of smog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
And then, as long as you wear the special glasses, it just looks like gold. Buy them now from your local retailer for the same cost as rent. I'm a curator, you see, a collector. I find top talent, the best and brightest, and give them a chance to shine.
Hey, welcome back, Lilith.
Yeah, how you doing tonight? Carcosa's a data fortress, a kingdom of intellect and creativity where artists and scientists and economists can thrive. Our little slice of heaven. Nowhere that is full of economists is a slice of heaven. The corporation known as Carcosa Online is my forward extension of that philosophy, our bulwark against the strange eon. We provide good families the online resources they need without the trash of an unfiltered internet. Our walled garden provides for all. It's taken years of careful recruiting, but I've pulled together an organization of willing minds, giving them digital immortality.
A cyberspace elite, then.
An ambition, yes, but not built on the back of the broken systems you're laboring under. Perhaps it's un-American to say this, but I don't feel this nation has lived up to the vision of its founding fathers, but Carcosa can.
Oh, so he's net nanny? Fuck.
I mean, it's America Online, so...
Yep. Told you shouldn't be smoking while your stitches heal? Probably not.
I would argue you shouldn't be smoking, period.
Yeah, same, but that's not something I'm gonna push, you know, because, yeah, that's... Surprised his pronouns on USA Patriot. The game won't let you. So many biases are reinforced by capitalism. Vast, untapped potential hidden behind layers of racism, sexism, and more. Therefore, I sniff out the wheat from the chaff. I seek potential because accomplishment is often denied to the deserving.
Ah, so not just like diplomats and brilliant thinkers and huge celebrities.
Greatness is not a stable metric. Our society allegedly ensures continuity of brilliance, but enforces that through a fail upwards mentality. So perhaps he really is like a true meritocrat. Possibly a technocrat. America is not a true meritocracy, but in Carcosa we can achieve the American dream. We can be that shining city on a hill. Carcosa Online is a for-profit corporation, yes, but money's merely a means to an end, gathering enough power to achieve our goals.
Pastors Andrew Ryan. Jeez.
I
don't think that's an apt comparison.
I don't think so. He doesn't necessarily care about the money. Like he's even calling out capitalism for being the reinforcer of people who fail upwards. Like he doesn't respect wealth by itself if you've done nothing to earn it. And that's kind of interesting for someone who uses capitalism.
I knew from the outset I could not make him just standard capitalist white old dude jackwad because nobody would ever be interested in working with him. So I had to give him a different spin.
Yeah, like different universes, constants and variables, and yeah, this one is distinct enough from the other King in Yellow to maybe be worth looking into. Are you exceptional? Unique? Not right now. But offering you immortality so that your potential can be fully developed, I see that as a fine trade. So, what's your skill set?
Skill set?
Well, you're not a dedicated lazabout, right? You got a career, ambitions, and goals?
This is where we drop that we're a librarian.
Maybe.
I mean, it's record keeping.
True.
I'm a librarian at a university. If you need any old books sorted and put back on shelves, that's my jam.
I'm something of a librarian myself. There's absolutely a need for someone in the library sciences. The internet is a chaotic mess, honestly. It needs organization and curation and culling. You could help in that effort. It's only been one day, the third or fourth day will be the hardest during your lip heals. Are they telling you that you only have to, that you can only eat certain things as well? Let's see. I'd say I've struck gold with you, Sparky. You're the one for the job.
He made Web 2.0. But, and I'd like to reiterate this to make it perfectly clear, I want to stay human.
Fair enough. I think it's a mistake, but it's your right to make. Still, my office stands open. When you're ready to give up on this fool's errand and abandon mortality, I'll be here for you. Suppose talking to this old man's a bust then, since I can't give you what you think you need.
Unless you know a way to reverse the yellow sign.
Afraid not, Sparky. I'm a powerful man, but that power's beyond me. The sign is an insidious thing, a forced conscription to our ranks. Wish I'd never commissioned it in the first place. I did, Yogg-Sothoth did say that he was working for, Nomicon.
What's getting my attention here is that this is the first we've seen of this expression, which actually genuinely seems remorseful. Wait, you created the yellow sign?
Commission. I worked for Nomatech on the first artificial mind for my artificial mind systems. I had my top researcher at the time design it.
Meaning Yosuke.
Ah, you've met Yogg-Sothoth then. Yes, he was on my team. Brilliant boy, if a bit emotionally detached. So Nancy Pearl isn't entirely wrong to blame me, but we should rightly blame her for spreading it outside of a laboratory setting. In many ways, it could be a path to our salvation, but I've often thought the price may be too high. Interesting options. Okay, we can rewind with this.
Yeah, I've been able to do it. Just
Okay.
this is the point where, for once, I actually want to just like, okay, hang on, let me just review this, just to make sure I've got statements in line with my head here. So, I don't think that he's going to agree to one. It's not that he's going to think that they're unethical and dangerous, just that that vector of introduction was irresponsible.
Yeah.
And
I don't think we necessarily ally ourselves with him.
Yeah,
Especially since we don't want to become one of these things.
Yeah, I don't think 2 is going to pay out as much as it would seem to, as it has with the others. Because, like, I don't know. I just have a vibe that it's not going to go as far as doing so has with Nyar, Aza, and Yogg.
Fair enough.
So I'm kind of thinking that it's better to just go with, better to deal with what we have than what could have been. In my experience, it's not really worth it. It's really not worth it to dwell on what could have been. Deal with the situation as it is rather than loiter. You'll tear yourself apart thinking about the what-if scenarios and ignore the problems in front of you.
It's a good point. You're a bright bulb, Sparky. No sense looking back when we've got a golden future ahead of us, eh? Still, it's good to learn from your past mistakes. Even if you can't fix them, you can prevent them from coming around twice. Like conscription through the yellow sign. Can't say that's my ideal method. I prefer volunteers myself. I make my pitch, I sell the package, and close the deal. I'm not the sort to force a bargain on an unwilling buyer. I found that approach fails more often than not. I've made my mistakes along the way before coming to this conclusion. I'm not God. I try to be godly, to live up to the silly crown they claim is mine. But I'm not the king of kings. No human king has divine right. My apologies if I came on a bit strong. I had your best interests at heart, but I promise not to demand fealty. Let's get our footing back. You've got other trees to bark up, but no sense we can't chat a bit before you go. Any questions for this old man, Sparky?
When I had the surgery, I was awake when they did it. I was given anesthesia and some numbing cream, but the scalpel was still near my face and into your mouth. They also used scissors for the rest. Boy, howdy,
Yeah,
what was the procedure for exactly?
I think it was actually, I don't fully remember. Might have been a canker.
I'll say 2 here doesn't really make sense since this is the last person on your list.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't going to. So 3 seems like it would demonstrate defiance. And I think we've got 2 marks of favor.
Yeah. I think it's interesting to see why he's actually calling us this little nickname.
I feel like if we go with 1, he's just going to say that it's something to the tune of, I see the spark of genius of anyone that I, deem to be, a great person of some whatever. I feel like it's just going to be a sales pitch. Canker, but they needed it to figure out why I had it for a year. Ooh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I can't imagine living with that for a year. Wow. I'm glad they've sorted it out then.
So have you actually met Cthulhu? There's an old one I don't know much about. Cthulhu. Can you give me any pointers there? Nyara said never, ever to contact him.
Wouldn't trust much Nyara says, but she's not wrong about that. Oh, that's a new expression entirely. Looks like old movie film.
Yeah.
Cthulhu's the worst of the worst, the origin point of all our miseries. Even us so-called gods steer clear of that one, Sparky. My deal may not be to your liking, but his deals are bargains with Lucifer himself. Suppose I've eaten up enough of your time. I'll leave you be, Sparky. You ready to take my deal? Just dial me up. I'll always be here and ready to talk. Think we can do great things, you and I. When you're ready to join us in the garden, Carcosa will truly thrive. Be seeing you. God damn it, Ed.
Probably the most coherent of the old ones I'll run into. The least visibly threatening as well. Yeah, he wants to pulp my brain and turn me into a digital subject of his royal court, but at least he's asking me nicely, which is probably his angle.
Oh, yeah.
But this isn't a cure. This isn't what I need. And it's time to move on.
And I think that is a good place to leave it for now.
Yep, you've now talked to all of them. Well, all but one.
Yeah, that can wait.
Yeah, you'll want to unpack the zip for that one.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that done, I think we should find a raid target.
I would agree.
And thank you both for playing.
Absolutely.
Thank you for making.
Yeah, this continues to be an absolute, I was going to say a joy to play, but it is also horrifying in its own way. I have truly, this is definitely one of the more unsettling horror games that I've played in quite a while. I guess partly because it is the precedent for so many awful things that are happening right now, and seeing them in their infancy is a little terrifying.
Honestly, you don't need the squamous tentacles and monsters and aliens and weirdos when you've got everything we already have. So yeah, this is very much like the most experimental and out there game I've ever made. It's like I'm fully expecting this is not going to be widely embraced by folks, but I still had to get it out. It was kind of like exercising it.
I get it. I hope that it's
exercising, huh?
With an O. Although I do need more of it with an E too.
No, that's what I was saying. Exorcism.
Right.
I definitely.
But I will say that for my part, I don't find any of this horrifying or terrifying. I'm immune to horror. I have low-level psychopathy. This kind of thing doesn't do anything for me on that level. There's certainly things about this that I know are wrong, and things that I don't like, and things that anger me, but none of it unsettles me.
I mean, rage is the other completely acceptable response to this particular stuff. It's intended to both scare and to drive into action.
Absolutely, and we will definitely need plenty of action in the coming days, weeks, months, years.
Yeah.
But hey,
All right, I'm going to go sleep. Thank you both so much for having me along. I love doing this.
I
It is
love
at your
having you along
Absolutely.
with it.
It is at your convenience and at your grace and at your hosting and your hospitality, and I deeply appreciate it.
Absolutely. Happy to
Alright.
podcast for you.
See ya.
Have a good night.
Take it easy.
Thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, hit the subscribe button, and remember that the world is only as dark as we allow it to be.